These beautiful things that I've got. Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another YouTube stream and Twitch. Let me do the business, my business. State up business, 'cause it's mine, oh mine. I want you, I need you, oh gosh, don't take. Is a Twitch stream not on? Yeah, it's on. Sign up here for a welcome bonus. Bosh. T's and C apply. First in crazy times. Actually, try you wasn't. Fabe was. That's unlucky from you, pal. That's unlucky from you. That's unlucky from you. Welcome, welcome. You have a couple of Harjans. We are going to beat El Salvador today. Clean sheet guaranteed. Yeah, he was the only goalkeeper I had left, to be fair. I'm not really like overly fussed about this game week. I after the game week lock, I kind of sat there and thought, you know what? With like the rewards aren't awful, but with how the rewards are, I think I would have preferred playing Arena. Like, unless I get a lineup that comes top 50, Arena's just better. And so, damn, you know, I think that's an L on my part. But lots of strategies to discuss here today. Lots of things to buy today. Lots of money to spend today. First in chat. No, it wasn't even that. Fabe was that. Fabe was the first. Fabe was the first. All right. We are live for That's So Rare. What's the plan for today? Improving limited line ups for post international break. Growing the vault. Building collections. Playing the daily missions. Twitch.tv/NEP. Hold on, guys. What are we looking to purchase today? Everything, mate. Loads of it. All of it, all at once. There we go. All right. Now then, I've got my sister-in-law's dog here. And sometimes she's a bit loud. So if you can hear a whinging dog in the background, it's because she's in a reasonably unfamiliar setup. Have you seen that guy who's got the game early again? You've seen that guy who's got the game early? What do you mean, James? Am I picking up Stiller and Mittelstadt? Well, I've got them at limited. I don't regret the way I've built my gallery for this season because I think I'm going to have a brilliant season. But I might do it differently next year because limited cards are disgustingly cheap across the board. And with missions, crafting, streaks and regular rewards. I'm gobsmacked by how cheap they are. And what I kind of wish I did, that I might try and develop into as the season goes on, is have the absolute deepest limited gallery. And then have some key rare and super rare competitions. £15 for a bone. Look, let me show you, right? Let me show you what just I'm perplexed by. Keep in mind, Instabuy is always the most expensive option, right? You can get them cheaper on auction. You can get them cheaper on the secondary market. Instabuy is the cheapest option. For the Premier League, the most expensive players are Salah at 120, Palmer at 110, Isaac at 105, and that's more because he's just transferred, and Haaland at 100, Raya at 100. Look how, like, it's not far down the list before you're into the 60s and 50s for, like, elite players. And that's Premier League. Then we've got Bundesliga, and of course you've got your Joshua Kimmich, Michael Olise, Harry Kane. Isn't that mad as well? Like, the Premier League doesn't have an like, the most expensive Prem player is only as expensive as the 4th, 5th most expensive Bundesliga player. And again, I look at these prices, I'm like, holy moly. Right? Then La Liga. Obviously, you've got Mbappe, you've got Yamal, you've got Pedri, you've got Huijsen up at the 4th most expensive player, who I crafted one and got out of a reward thing once as well. But look at after this top line, £80 for Valverde. You've got the top sort of 8 players, £100 or more. Then boom, it just dropped off. By the end of the second tier, and again, keep in mind, this is Instabuy, the most expensive part. Like, you can get them cheaper on auction and even cheaper on secondary market, right? And then for League One, obviously PSG players are a bit more bit spenny, but again, Ousmane Dembele at £115, Vitinha at £100. You're going to have UCL capabilities with these players. You're going to have streak capability with these players. You're going to have international utility with these players. There's a World Cup coming. Do you think Dembele, Vitinha, I don't know if Morocco are going to qualify, Doué, João Neves, Nuno Mendes, do you think they're not going to be playing in the World Cup? Of course they are. I can't believe how cheap these players are. I know there's a bit like rotation jeopardy, but it gets even crazier. In the JPL, Zolis is £71. The Sherpen, for I guess because he kept 3 clean sheets in a row, is £57. Then you've got Michele and Vanaken at £50 each. Look at that. By the end of the first page, £30. For Burgess, £30. Forget leaderboards. For streaks, this is insane. Like, and it just carries on. Eredivisie. You got a few players, Perisic at 50, Stein at 50. Already down into that second level again. You're in the £30 range. And then, when you go to Challenger, you've got some Celtic players that are quite expensive, some Sporting players. That, like, Osimhen is the most expensive player in all of the Challenger at £62. Ederson at £44, that's calm. What I couldn't fucking believe, sorry for swearing, what I couldn't believe was Contender. The 7th most expensive in-season player at instant buy in all of Contender is £22. I'm mesmerized. I'm mesmerized. I cannot believe how cheap it is. I genuinely can't believe how cheap it is. I agree, Nep. Limiteds are certainly affordable when all in for Prem, but feel obliged to have lineups in Bundes, La Liga, etc. for the price. I'm 100%. And I've already got good lineups at Limited in all of these comps. But now I'm looking at these prices thinking, I should just own basically everything of, like, all of the top players from all of the top teams. It's because you can get a Lucas Fernandez for about £10. Let's take away Bundes 2. Let's take away French League. Let's take away Croatian League. Yeah, Cessigna at £16 is crazy. Or Sacco at £16. Di Maria at I mean, he's not really hitting big scores, but Armani at £16. Obviously, these guys don't have quite as much utility left, but who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? What's up, Mords, pal? If you know your stuff when it comes to like the J League, the K League, and the Argentinian League, for example, you can build 4 extremely good lineups for about £100. I've invested around €1,200 and already recouped €600, basically all from JPO as well. Yeah, that's good. Fernando's not even an instant buy. Yeah, I wonder if some, like, you know, there's probably a few players missing that aren't instant buys. But yeah, I'm sitting here now and I'm looking at these price points and I'm thinking, holy moly. Like, for next year, or for the next time So Rare do something with streaks, right? But for next year, I think the play is genuinely going to be building a team that is good enough to get the early streaks as cheap as possible based on matchups and whatever. And then, like, look for example now, I'm on 4th streak on the 5x for League One and for La Liga. And now the prices are so cheap. And so now I'm sitting there like, surely I just need to go all in, because I could literally go all in and have money left over so long as I just hit the streak, right? What's up, Javier? How you doing, man? Soma is the guy for £7 on secondary. Soma. This guy. Yeah, look at that. I mean, this always worries, doesn't it? The random DMP. But yeah, his scores are pretty good. But then it's like, here's what I start to question. Number one, how many games has he got left? And the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And some of those are Champions League. So actually, he's only got like 5 league games left. Number two, how is it with regards to getting him at least like 2 or 3% collection score, something like that, you know? Oh, he was suspended that game, was he? And number three is like, what matchups has he got? Are his fixtures good? So he's got game week 8, which is next game week, isn't it? He's got Makeda. Oh no, he's got Yokohama FC. But yeah, so it's a madness. Best to dominate one league, e.g. Prem, or 3 teams, 1 in each of the leagues. I don't think there's any best. I think both are best. I think it depends on how much time you have to research and stay on top of the lineups that you put together. K-League cards are better than J-League because their league splits and they get another load of games. Didn't J-League used to do that as well? Bottom 6 versus top 6 for the like playoffs. Oh no, J-League's the one with like 20 teams, isn't it? When's the web app opened for FC26? You know, I don't know. You'll know when it's coming though, because the FC25 web app will get like shut down about a day or 2 before. So that'd be like the kind of tell, I suppose. When do the early access cards have the 10% chance to change? Well, you'll be able to reveal all of them anyway. But if you look on the back there, you see how the chip's nearly at the very end now. Is it at the end? By looks of things, it'll be in the next like few days, next week. Did I see the objectives today? Yeah, so I will be picking up some players for the objectives. I think they're brilliant. The chance to win, what is it, 1,750 essence at limited and $9 of market credits from limited. And you only need 1 player to score 50 points to get it. All of a sudden, it's like, I'll wait till the lineups are out And then I'll go and pick some players that I think are good. It's 250 per... I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Wait, hold on. I might be wrong. Pick a Bulgarian that scores more than... See how this one says, win $3 of credits for each player you select. And this one says, pick a Polish player who scores more to get the essence. Check your Poland players. Yeah, see, it does. It only specifies, and it doesn't let me do 3 like the same player either. It says 500 essence. Oh, you're right. Holy crap! That's insane, isn't it? Because even here, I put in Gabriel Martinelli for Brazil to try and win $40 of market credits if he gets a decisive here. But all you need is 50 points. Isn't it easy to get, like, with the bonuses? Oh, yeah, look at that. 750 there. Is it base score? Is it raw score? Or is it like, what's up, Quinny Pal? Or is it like, has to be a mistake note? I don't think so. I don't think so. $50 points, like 250 essence is crazy. And I wonder if like the player prices have already boomed, but what have we got for the first game today? I mean, these ones I'm gonna have to be up for, but like stay up for, I guess. We've got Georgia against Turkey. Is that one on here? No. Netherlands. Oh, so 7:45 the games are Lithuania against Malta. That wasn't there either. Kazakhstan against Wales in an hour and 20 minutes. Limited has 3x for some players. Oh, has it already? See, the thing is, you don't like, so long as you get a starter, 50 points, like, it could be so easy. Like, any Venezuelan defender I would be going for. Harry trades in his Wilds collection are laughing. Well, for the actual matchup, I don't know. Kazakhstan are no walkovers. They're no pushovers. Like, Wales are 31st in the world. Kazakhstan 114th. But there's no Wales versus Kazakhstan here. They picked underdog teams. That's why it's too good to be true. Yeah, so they went for teams that they think will struggle to get 50 points. And obviously, for you to get all of the essence, you need to get all of the players to all get 50 points. Yeah, see, I think for Poland as well, like, maybe like whoever the set piece taker is, maybe like a defender and a defensive midfielder would be the sort of players I'd look for 50 points. Nice to see that I couldn't keep Beretta from scoring this morning. Yeah, he got 2. I think I still lost the game though, didn't I, Fatted Bird? But he got 2 goals. Was it 2 or was it 3? I can't remember. I've had a brilliant start to growth this season. The Engdao this morning from training got +5 in defending from 1 training session. Have you ever seen somebody gain 5 in 1 stat from 1 training session? I haven't. I've seen people gain +2 overall once, but it was like spread stats. But yeah, Engdao already this season has gone up to +3 overall, which is banging. I got a tier break on one of my big boys as well, Colombo here. So he's been progressing like crazy, and he tier broke straight away today, which is absolutely amazing. Because I was worried that he would just get stuck in tier jail now. But the fact that he hit 65 straight away makes me feel like he's just going to fly up again, and he's just going to keep going and going and going, right? Because look, the tier break here happened pretty much straight away. The tier break here happened pretty much straight away at the start of the next season. The tier break here happens pretty much straight away as well. So Colombo is absolutely flying as well. And then I've got one of my rares. If we look at, where is he? Yeah, here, Silverio. He just grows, man. His overall progression for Silverio, he's gone at +8 in 3 seasons, but he's gained 15 physical, 14 dribbling, 11 passing, 18 shooting, and 18 pace for an overall +8. Because he's only gone up +3 in defending, which is like one of the key stats for a CDM. And so I have a feeling, because of the way he's progressed, I have a feeling he's going to keep rising up into like the like high 80s, low 90s, and I have a feeling he'll be one of the best players in my agency by the end of the season. So yeah, really happy with the way that's been going. Adam, thank you very much for the 8 months, man. Fatted Bird, thank you for the 9 months, man. Stone Monster with the 31 months, man. Much appreciated, brother. Thanks for those subs and resubs coming in, guys. I do appreciate it. No cash comps for international games are kind of disappointing, though. Guess they allocate the money to streaks. Was there ever any cash for international comps? MFL Tools now shows you how close you are to the next rating. Oh, does it? What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah, so we've got a lot to get through today. I want to make a video on these things here, but it's going to be weird because I want to do it beneficial for me to go and buy players that have actually started. But I think it'll be good to kind of like track through who does what and how much essence I win. But I also really just kind of wanted to make a video on like the market and like I say, like how cheap it is. And it's like for rare, let's take like the Eredivisie, for example. Rare, it's not quite as good. Because the price point for like, you know, Perisic is still £370. Instant buy, of course. I don't know what it is on the secondary market. £310 on the secondary market versus the limited at £47. It's like 8x. And the prizes, obviously the streak prizes, I can't remember, are they exactly double? Let's take Eredivisie for an example. For 201,000 versus 804,000. I suppose they're 4x the streaks. Obviously, when they go back down, when we lose this boosted rewards, it'll be a bit different. But the prizes in the reward prizes, if memory serves, they're not that much better at rare compared to limited. Obviously, you're playing against significantly less people. But yeah, limited Division 1 gives 1,200. Rare Division 1 gives 2,000. It's less than double for 8x on the rewards. It is the streaks that give you a little bit of value, and then obviously the fact that you're playing against less people. But is it worth it? I don't know. Limited streak chasing budget team builder. Good content for newer player. Also managers who play on a budget. Everything is on a budget right now. Everything is on a budget. Tommy, thank you for the 8 months, man. Very much appreciate it, brother. Is this an Ajax shirt? Yeah, it is. I think it's a special edition one, isn't it? It's a nice shirt, this one. A very nice shirt. New office. Yeah, I just changed the angle of it. I've messed around with my office so many times the last couple of weeks. When Josh was down here, he helped me set everything up. I've got like my recording camera and it's attached to the desk, but when the desk wobbles, the camera wobbles, and the desk is like a little bit flimsy for a standing desk, to be fair. And so I took it off and I put it onto a stand behind the desk, like a tripod behind the desk. But because this is a standing desk, when I move the desk up, the camera stays the same spot. And so I had to keep going behind and adjusting the tripod. And that just created a whole world of issues outside of the flimsy stuff. So I end up putting it all back together again. And then I fixed this one. And like the colorings, I'm a little bit blurry. I need to like change one setting because I'm a little bit like I think it's called Soft, isn't it? But yeah, I moved it. Tom, thanks for the 9 months, man. Much appreciated, bro. I moved it to the other side because I think it gives like a better view, and like you can't really see it here, but no, yeah, here. Can you see that? See that there? That's the Thierry Henry boot there, and the signed England 1966 World Cup winners shirt there. And so yeah, ultimately I just kind of moved around a bit and messed it around a bit until I got it into a position where I felt that looks nice. How long did it take me to finish decorating my office? Well, it was done by a company. I didn't do anything. Took about like 6 weeks to build my office. So it used to be a garage. So there's like a false wall there that got built in. There's like stuff on the back wall here, some like wood paneling, and some like foam for audio quality. The windows had to get built in because it was a garage. It was like a proper garage door there, so we built a proper wall with like windows and whatnot there. Then yeah, there was another where the boiling cupboard is. We had to build around there. Like there's a load of stuff that had to be built. But yeah, I'm just getting so rare. I have a £400 budget. What leagues and comps would you recommend? If I had a £400 budget right now, I would target limited challengers, limited contender. I'd probably go for 2 teams in each. 2 limited challengers, 2 limited contender, limited Jupiler, and limited Eredivisie, and go for 2 strong teams in each of all of those 4, and then see what you've got left. Because I think you could, for £400, I think you could easily build 2 strong teams in each of these divisions to start working on streaks and whatnot. Returned last week to So Rare, spent around €125, have 2 challenger lineups, 3 all-star, which prioritize all-star over arenas. No, on the contrary, actually. And I spoke about this already today at the start of the stream. In hindsight, I shouldn't have put my lineups in all-star, because let's use limited, for example. For me to get a reward here, a card reward, I need to finish top 500. Now, on international week, that's not going to be easy. Top 500 is crazy. To get 1,000 essence, I need to finish top 750. To get 500 essence, I need to finish top 1,000. Because of the way, obviously, the arena works, even if you wanted to play Arena Elite, because of the way Arena works, winning 500 essence, I just think or even just winning your essence back and a bit more on top, I just think it's like a way better use of the cards. Can't you just cancel your all-star and play them in Arena? You can, but now there's divisions in all-star. I would get relegated out of all of them. Well, this one I suppose I could do. But yeah, I'd get relegated from Division 2 down. And Division 1s would get relegated. So it's kind of too late now. I think I'm guaranteed essence here. I'm guaranteed 250 essence from my my rare team. I don't know if I'll still get relegated, because if I finish in the low areas, and then here I've got a guaranteed 100 essence. I need 38 points for the co-op challenge. Had a DMP because he was going to Stuttgart and now he's not going. Oh, damn, that's tough. Unfortunately, I feel there's too much downside playing anything else in top 4 leagues to do with essence affected the rewards. You say that, and again, but this is where I kind of I had not, a healthy debate I had on X the other day about essence and how I personally think it should be separated by class and whatnot, so you can kind of use your essence where you want. But honestly, when I'm looking at the card prices, limited essence, who gives a shit? right? Sorry for swearing again, because everything is so cheap. And again, I will use the limited Instabuy market because these are the most expensive parts of these cards. So the the 7 most expensive cards at limited in season in all of So Rare, the 7th most expensive is Hoyton at £142. Now, if you crafted him, I'm not saying you would be displeased because you wouldn't be, you'd be happy. But if you crafted him, you'll get about £120 for him. When it comes to Essence, now I look at this and I just think you've almost got like you just have to get dumb luck to get any player of any real value out of Essence because the players are just so cheap. Michele at £51 on Instabuy, 40-ish pounds, £42 on auction. Look at that, £45 on public offer. Michele being that cheap, considering how goddamn good his scores are, is absolutely bonkers to me. Absolutely bonkers. And I think to myself, like, if I built some teams and I picked up 2,000 or 3,000 Essence, I don't think I'd wait. I don't. For me personally, now going forwards, I don't think I will waste Essence on clues whatsoever, because the upside of getting one valuable card is less than the upside of getting multiple cards, in my opinion. Just because you will win way more from cash than you will from cards. And I think it's a good system from So Rare, to be fair. But I feel like we're in such a dip. You referring to limited only though. Yeah, Rare's a bit different because rare cards, obviously, you know, if you hit an Elise, worth it, isn't it? Worth it at Rare to focus on the top 4 leagues only and Arena, I would say, because you've got a lot of value in those top 4 leagues. Like, who's the very first non-top 4 league card? And what's their price? Osimhen at £400, Zolis at £385, Perisic and Van Bommel in the £360, Gassiorowski at £330, Berghaus and Veerman in the £300 range. You'd still be content with those players, but obviously they just get cheaper and cheaper. But if you focus top 4 leagues, you've got some really, really good opportunities to generate some really good profit. I think the top 5 isn't very valuable, but I do think the others are good clues. Yeah, I'd agree. So yeah, I think from limited only, I think I wouldn't necessarily use clues, or worry about trying to like condition Essence towards a particular league or whatever. But at Rare, I do think so. And again, it's something I kind of touched on at the start of the stream, when we had a lot less viewers. Now we picked up some nice viewers here, but I think if I could have a do-over, for So Rare 26, I would target top 4 leagues only at Rare. I would probably also do some super rare competitions as well. Maybe not top 4, but maybe just for Arsenal. And then I would do like intense limiteds, because I just think they're so cheap now. Like, hitting the streaks, it's not going to be easy because you could just never account for bad performances. You know, at PSV last week, dropping the ball, you could just never account for that, right? But if we, in fact, like, it's almost a testament to why I think a different strategy would have worked a lot better, because I was heavy in PSV for Eredivisie and not heavy in anything else. I had a few RZ players. Sadiq conceded a penalty. That's a bit of a pain, but Glock did terribly. Flamingo did terribly. Like, my 4th lineup is just kind of like throwaways. That should have been a competent lineup in there. My 1st lineup is a bit of a split, and that's fine. These are like elite players that just didn't pop off, and that's absolutely fine. We went for the stack, that didn't pop off, that's fine. These 2 lineups here should have been 2 lineups of alternative, like, high-level players. I came 4th on the first game week of Prem Limited, but my bonuses weren't good. Could you tell me why, please? Could I tell you why your bonuses weren't good? What's your gallery name? Bergie lad. They've changed the I don't think I can see your past scores now. Can I? Oh, I can. So you said came fourth on the first game week of Prem Limited. Yes, you did. So your bonuses weren't good. Your bonuses weren't bad. I mean, so the first issue that you've got here is your captain is not ideal, right? So you've got quite possibly, yeah, you've got the second lowest scoring player for a captaincy. So you've missed out. If had you had 8 Nori as captain, which is, you know, neither here nor there, you'd have picked up an extra 21 points. That 21 points would have seen you first. So if you just captained 8 Nori instead, you would have won. In terms of your other bonuses, I mean, your bonus is in the green. Like, your bonus is good. There's not a lot more you could have done. So other than just getting a better captain, like, you're in a good spot here. See, he only got 70 points bonus. He only got 83 points bonus. He got 78 points bonus. You got 79 points bonus. And the fact that you're in the green means you've got good collection score. You've got good XP on these cards. Like, you've done as best you can. Maybe your vault bonus is quite low. You could have had better vault bonuses, but the card reveals on the 9th, is it? That's pretty cool. Well, that's still a nice pickup though, is it? $400 for this team. You could buy this team now for $400. I don't know how much you paid for it, but then you got a golden arena as well. I wish, guys, I wish So Red did more with arenas. Either put clues in arenas. I think that'd be fun. Keep XP in there as well, maybe. I don't know. Or put clues in golden arenas instead of XP. You know, you either win a 1500 essence, 600 essence, 300 essence, or you win a random clue at 4 and 5, 2 at 4 and 1 at 5, maybe. Yeah, vault bonuses only affect the rewards. That's correct. Yeah. When we get the reveals, what do special versions do? They give you more collection score. So I was actually looking at my my Real. So I've bought some players already in the last couple of days because I can't believe how cheap they are. I bought Rulli, Gahey, Van Dijk, Verts at £70, man. Foden at £13, by the way, is crazy. Like, I know he's injured, he's a bit out of form. He is still an absolute talent, right? I bought Valverde, Dominguez, Rasmussen, Balde, Ferran Torres, and then they were my crafts. But I was looking when I got Valverde. I was like, okay, where am I on the bonuses? And I thought, oh, let me like build this up because I'm only on 4%. But I thought, actually, I'm really close now. I'm 5 days away from a load of these players getting, is it 20 points each for 30 days? Yeah, 20 points each. And then also, we're only a few days away now from the card reveal on the 9th, where some of these will be special editions, and that will push me up to 5%. So then it comes down to, like, do I just want to buy the players? And, like, the answer is yes. Like, I do want Kylian Mbappe. I don't really care about Endrick. I don't really care about Gonzalo Garcia. I do want Arda Güler. I don't really care about Mastan Buono. They should allow you to pick a reward, like on the first streak level, like pick between XP or clues or something like that. Well, they had that, didn't they? They had essence or cash. I always took cash, but Donnarumma was sitting at a really nice limited price the other day, especially if he lives up to the hype. Yeah, I bought his rare on the back of him getting the transfer. Oh, do they still have essence or cash, do they? I have both Endrick 1 and 9 rare net. Let me know if you want one of them. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, 2K essence or $6. I need to improve my vault. I'm just like, I'm caught in so many minds of like what to do. But like I look at my, like, so one of the, if you guys have heard of So Rare Probabilities, he's got like a really awesome spreadsheet. You can request a 7-day free trial and then you have to pay for it. So I'm currently in the 7-day free trial. But he's got a really awesome spreadsheet that gives you like the data and stuff. And so it's like, I won in August, I won $611 in cash. And in September so far, I've won $507. And I just looked at that and I thought, the actual amount of cash that I won was like 450 or something, I think. Oh, I got won $508. But yeah, I gained like $50. So I won like $450. And I thought, already, if I had my vaults at 20%, I've already probably missed out on about $100 in cash and a fair few thousand essence. And although, like, you know, Josh said it last week, and he's absolutely right. It's nothing to like absolutely like, you know, be bent out of shape over. But that is just going to start compounding more and more. Every game week that I win a big portion of cash, it's going to be another missed opportunity for a bigger portion of cash. And although the vault obviously lasts forever, which is great news, the missed opportunities in this moment, I just think are like quite large. The quicker you do it, the more value it is to you. Yeah, it depends though how cheaply you can do it though, doesn't it? Because obviously if you overspend on doing it, then you're in a, you know, you have that sort of similar situation. So like Gravenberch right now is he's gone up to 200 points today, I guess. Mate, is that not a banging price for 200 point player? Is £22 not just really, really good value for a 200 point player? Would you buy spare cards if they were dominant in Premier League? Yeah. How do we check our total gallery valuation now so red data is gone? I think gallery valuation is like a bit pointless, to be fair. But no, yeah, you can't really. If it feels like £22 is like a really good value, I think, isn't it usually like £30? It's like 30 odd pounds that's usually there for the 200 point seal. So, oh, does So Rare Inside have it, does it? Now the question is, I'm like, do I want to use Gravenberch? There you go. I'm 1 player away now from, no, 2 players away now from level 12 vault. Might as well buy a couple under 30 is the usual rate. Mate, do I just go and buy like is this the like actual like good way to do it? You find a player, there's 4 of them there, you just go and buy all 4 of them. Oh, Vladu. I hate the fact that it makes me put my password in every bloody time. That's what you did, but in limited. I will do limited as well. I'll go and check his like limited prices. I'll do one more because that'll get me up to the next percentage. But I'm also in a position now as well where I've got, now that the transfer window is kind of like closed or whatever, I've got an insane amount of, oh, somebody's already got it. One of you guys must be in here doing the same thing. I've got an insane amount of players that I can now like lock away. And so I kind of didn't really want to do this sort of thing until I'd cleared out my gallery. If that's this Gravenberch is mine now as well, is he? Yeah, so he takes me up to 12%. 12% now, which is absolutely banging. So it cost me another £75 there, or like £69, should I say, get him up. Do the lineups, do arena lineups locked by deadline? Arena is late entry. You can do that whenever you like. And at limited, £9. I feel like you get way better. I feel like you can get limited 200s for like £6, can't you? Like this guy here. Oh, he only accepts ETH. Well, for some of you guys, that's why it's probably so cheap. I feel like the £6 range. Limited is £700 for £7 for 200 points. Am I close to I think I'm close to another tier on limited as well. Yeah, I am. I need 4 more players. Well, 3 more players after this to get up to 11%. He was £5 a few days ago, was he? If you can kind of like anticipate a player jumping from 50 to 200 points, you could probably absolutely bank, couldn't you? I would check your own gallery first. Yeah, so I kind of did. And I did vault, actually. Does vaulting go in by newest? So I vaulted... Oh, at rare. I vaulted a couple of players at rare. No, it's not going in order of when I vaulted them. I had a few extra players that I vaulted where I was like, oh, I got him for super cheap. I vaulted one Erdegaard. Or 11 days ago. What? Oh, he doesn't show up because he's a special edition, does he? Who else? Who did I vault? I vaulted somebody that I paid. Oh, no, not him. That I paid literally a couple of pounds for. What is this guy selling, like, going for? Still 20. If you sort by newest, it works. Sort of by when you brought them, though. Yeah, see, it was an old player, not a, let's do lowest price. Because it was literally a player I bought for like £3 that I vaulted for like 200 points. And I was like, that's really nice. Oh, I'll tell you who it was. It was Voltamard. Your vault is probably valuable than my whole club. Well, some of these guys will get unvaulted. Obviously, Jude Bellingham will get unvaulted, definitely. Ter Stegen depends, although I don't think he'll come back to be number 1 now, will he? Joan Garcia looks absolutely absolutely sensational. But yeah, so in terms of like my gallery, when I've got like a ceiling value here, there's no one here that I like the look of that couldn't be like way more help in winning essence or cards or whatever. Like, there's just no one here that I look at and think, yeah, they should go. Like, maybe one of the De Bruyne cards, maybe one, for 200 vault points. Obviously, when the MLS ends, I'll vault all of my MLS players. If Texiera is back up to 200, he might be worth vaulting now. Rasmussen is cheapest, 200 points in limited. Is there a way to know if a player is a 200 pointer if you don't have it? You just have to find them. Like, somebody's created like a seal sheet, but it only updates once a day, and it's not like hyper accurate all the time. Mamardashvili. Yeah, see, like, you're absolutely right. I could vault him. But, for example, he will play this week, international duty, right? So he has utility. But also, number 2, Allison gets injuries. And so it's like, look how much Kelleher played last season. I just feel like vaulting Mamardashvili will be futile. He's the sort of player that I'll be trying to dig out of the vault somewhere else down the line. What does vaulting do? So you build up your vault by points. The players like have a points value. So Mamardashvili, for example, is worth 200 points. I vault him. He helps build this bar up. And then you get to like a level. So I'm at level 12 right now, which is 12%. So any rewards that I get this week will be improved by 12%. I still think Mamardashvili is not worth vaulting. Who else have we got? Classic Kelleher might be worth vaulting. He's going to have a tough season, isn't he? Because Vault doesn't count in arena and it doesn't count for streaks. Aidan Morris has just gone up to 200 points now. He is only good for All-Star or Arena because he plays in like second division. Yeah, Aidan Morris is probably worth sealing because yeah, he's literally just gone up to 200. That would leave me 2 more away from another. Oh, we're down to the 50s now anyway. Mayulu. No, Mayulu will get game time. Mayulu will be the sort of person I'll use in arena. You know, on that Champions League game where he starts or that league game where he starts, he'll be banging for the arena. What is the exact reason they go to 200? I genuinely don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, I can't believe, for example, I can't believe Otamendi is not a 200-point player. Who else we got? Leraman. Leraman's like probably worth putting in. Like he's a goalkeeper, so I'd expect him to be 200, which is why I didn't vault him in the first place. Stars are 200. Price and rarity are 2 of the factors. I'm surprised Son isn't. I'm surprised Son and Mukhtar both aren't 200 points. Gonçalo Ignacio as well. He's hit 2 100s in the last 3 games. See, like classic Pavlidis is a sort of player that I'm like, should I? Like, he's never going to be like the classic captain in a lineup. He'll only ever be in like all-star lineups. Usman's is 200. Yeah, see, Pavlidis, I'm probably like. But then I also think about someone like Pavlidis, and I think, is he better to sell? Would I get more money for him? Like, what is his classic rare right now? His classic rare is £20. So vaulting Pavlidis isn't smart. Selling him and using that £20 to go and buy, 2 or 3 players that give you 50 points is way better. I think I would only ever vault the 200 pointers. See, Aidan Morris, I think, is a banging player to vault because he's the cheapest 200 pointer anyway. Sell Pav, buy Grav. That's exactly it, right? Well, all those cheap Grav and Birches have gone now. What makes Grav and Birch a 200-point player? God knows, mate. God knows. He was a 50-point player until this morning. He only bumped up this morning. I genuinely don't know. You can argue that for every player that isn't the cheapest for the seal value. Yeah, it's true. I mean, some of the stuff like when we go to like my oldest limited cards, for example, some of these guys I could just dump, right? I just don't care. Not these guys because I've kind of gone through a lot of these pages already and dumped off the guys I don't care about. But like, I mean, even these Werners for 5, like he could probably just go. All of these guys, most of these guys can probably just be dumped, right? Especially the Red X's. Any Red X, even though they're only worth 1, is it worth holding on to them? I don't know. Probably not is the answer. But then it's always that kind of like mentality of like for Kevin Trapp, for example, what if he like goes up to like, you know, he's a starting goalkeeper in the French league. He should go to 50 or even maybe 200 points. But yeah, I've got a lot of the ones like these guys, especially the Red X's. Fitch, I mean, he can go. When is he like? He can go, but also, what if he becomes a 5? Do you know what I mean? Chang Ray, he's since I bought him, he's just constantly injured. See, I even think with like Claudio Bravo, he's a good player. I don't know if he's like just on some mad injury. He looks like he's back on the bench after some injury troubles. But he was a good player, and it's like he's the sort of player that will eventually become 5. And it's like, how do you manage it to the point where I kind of like monitor Claudio Bravo? But yeah, most of these guys, you know, Chang Ray I bought for that special edition competition, and since I bought him, he's never really been amazing. He had like this little phase here, which was nice, and then since then, it has just been a nightmare. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to seal him for 1. Yeah, could just look at the 5s, to be fair. We'll start at the 200s anyway here and see what we've got that I'm happy to get rid of. I wish you could, you know, you've got in season and all. I wish there was a classic option. Sort by season. Oh, can you sort by season, can you? Oh, yeah, there you go. Take these old season cards. Juve, Kakir, Pedri, De Jong, Dest, Lewa. Gavi. I mean, I know he's a quality player, but I'd be quite interested to seal him for 50. Classic Armani. I'm surprised he's not 200, but I'll be all right to seal him. Ricky Beige. Who are the 5s here? You would seal Gavi. I've probably got quite a few Gavis, actually. Oh, wrong area. Yeah, 2 Gavis there. But again, here's what I think with someone like Gavi, because he plays for Barcelona, he's banging for Arena. You know, he's the sort of player that would just suit like a full Barcelona stack. I find it hard, even though they stay in my gallery, I can unseal them if I want to, and they still belong to me. I find it extremely hard to seal them because of the, but what if? What if this? What if that? What have we got? We actually got Usman's. He's 200. Isn't he supposed to be like a decent player, though? He's not had a great start to the season, obviously. Classic Scales is a good seal. Maybe. Maybe. He again is the sort of person that I think I'll just use in lineups. He's the sort of person that would be a captain in a, you know, in an in-season lineup. You had Jordan's. Yeah, because I've got already a sealed Jude. Scales is one of the cheapest 200 points. Oh, is he actually? Oh, fair enough then. Yeah, Jude, I don't want to seal because I don't want to be stuck having to wait weeks and weeks to unseal him because I've got too many like premium cards sealed for injury worries. So I'm happy to just kind of keep him out of seal. Scales can go down. If Scales Classic is one of the cheapest, I wonder if Stoikers is also Pedro Gonçalves is one of the cheapest, but I do think he's brilliant for a classic. Kelleher has just been bumped up today. I haven't got a classic limited Kelleher. I'm tempted to seal that classic rare Kelleher. Julie, thank you very much for the 43 months. Very much appreciated. Mr. 100-point new bell. And now we're down to the 50s where I already feel like, Yeah, you can only unseal one every 2 weeks. Abby. Like a classic Kunde. Again, like I think about like the UCL nights, and I think he's going to be useful for those times. Rono, I think he'll be 200 points. If Armani was 200 points, I would seal my classic Armanis in a heartbeat. If he ever pops to 200 points, he's gone. The players, the players that play for like the Barcelonas and the Real Madrids and the Arsenals, Cities, like Liverpools and things like that, I just think they have way more value. Like, even like Carter Vickers, like his scores are just so good that he's an asset. Even if he's one of the cheapest, he's still an asset. How do you sort by ceiling value of that? It's just in the top right. You just go down there, pop it on there. Seeing these prices rise on classics due to missions is making me want to just buy loads of cards for the games tomorrow. If it goes up to 200 after a seal, do you get 50 seal points? No, you'd have to unseal them and reseal them. I suppose actually, as far as this is the other thing with like in season and sealing versus like looking at these two here, we got 7% on this Carter Vickers. I could get him up to 9% easily, but I've already got 14% on this Carter Vickers, and it's like, am I ever going to use a 7% Cameron Carter Vickers as a classic captain? So I do actually think he's probably worth sealing as well. I'd rather go and buy an in-season player that I feel would smash. So we're now one seal away from 11% on limited, and we're up to 12% here. Do I have a Carter Vickers here? Oh, typed in Farter. That's on me. No, I don't have any rare Carter Vickers. One of my centre backs yesterday had +2 overall, 1 pace, 3 in defending, start of the season. That's pretty good, Mr. Boss. In season should be more vault points than classic. So I don't agree with that, because here's the thing about the vaults and where it's going to get interesting over time for people that work on them. Once you've got your vault to 20%, so it boosts cash rewards, boosted market credit rewards, and boosted essence rewards. Once you've got it to 20%, you get 20% forever on your rewards. If they gave a boost for in-seasons, they would just be making it continuously easier for people to get to level 20. You've got 50. 50 is a good place to be. Yeah, I've seen a few people talking about it in the chat. The missions for today are really good. I think I want to wait until the lineups are out before I go and buy players, because like, you'd probably be able to like figure out who from Bulgaria is going to be somebody that plays. Like, I guess this guy's going to play. But I mean, like this guy here, does he play for Bulgaria? Wow, he's actually doing good anyway for Antwerp. See, I bet his price has absolutely flown up, right? At rare, he's gone from 38 pence. Okay, today. Let's look at today. He got picked up for £6 and £7. Now he's £17. Probably as cheap as in season, isn't he? Look, see, he's 0% to play, 0% to start. I don't know why you'd buy him. Does Vault not count for Elite Arena? I don't think so, no. But yeah, I would base like somebody like this. If he starts, he's all right because he's £2.42. If he gets you your 50 points, you've got the 250 essence, and then you can either sell him on again or vault him for 20. Is he like the only Isn't Nürnberger a decent player? Like I say, I'll probably wait till the lineup comes out. Nürnberger is the guy for Bulgaria. He's only 6% start. Have they got double game week? No, they haven't. £1.73 for his card. Well, given the fact you need to hit 50 points, and he's only ever hit 50 points twice out of 7 games for Bulgaria, and he's playing against Spain, probably not the kind of guy I'd go for. I have sealed some cards, but I just don't want to commit too much. If so, remove the goalposts again and change everything. It'll be a mess either way. Everything's stuck away forever. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I was actually quite surprised at how few players I had available for the missions. I was sitting there looking at it thinking, oh, damn, with how many classics I've got, surely must be able to fill these up. Not a chance. Bulgaria versus Spain. Not many will hit 50, to be fair. Yeah, you're kind of banking on like somebody getting like a last man tackle or a clearance off the line, or just, you know, a midfielder who's not getting punished by losing too many points from goals, getting loads of defensive duties and stuff. Most of your underdog players probably in Vault. Yeah, probably, yeah. But these are the things. Like, I don't mind buying players for this. I think it's fun. Like I say, I think I'm just going to wait until lineups are out. At rare level, I mean, you can win, what is it, like 6,000 essence at rare level. I wouldn't mind spending a couple of quid a card, because even like worst case scenario, if you can't sell them on again, you just hold them and use them again, or you just vault them. But best case scenario, you get that essence, you draw a card, and you hit like a massive player. But I don't think I'd spend more than like £5 or £6 a card, unless it was like a good card outside of this specific mission. Just a thought. I know it's for streaks was $6, 2,000 essence. At the end, surely paying like £2 for a chance to win 200 essence is counterproductive if you originally chose cash. Well, it's because you can sell the card on, Toby, right? Or vault the card. Like I say, like that Bulgarian that we saw there. If we used him as was it Bulgarian? Yeah. If we used him as the quite literal example, this Bozinov guy, he's playing well for Antwerp. I presume he'll start and play or whatever. But £2.42 for 20 seal value, not the worst. It's not great, but it's not the worst. Yeah, some of them, that you buy, they might go up in seal value because they go up in actual value, so you get more seal points, or you could just sell them for more because they've got more seal points. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't think I have any Welsh players. Has a Wales team been Chad against Ghana are already playing. Oh, Urenki's playing. Is this game scored? I don't think it is it? Well, it's on the site, but Moore, Johnson, Williams, Thomas, Wilson, Sheehan, Cullen, Metham, Davies, Darlow, and Lawler. We've got Georgia against Turkey at 5. Got a lot of players in there for me. Kvaratskhelia, Mamardashvili, Bardacci, Goulet, Kochu. Wonder if we'll get anything fun for AFCON. We did last year, didn't we? Let me be right back, guys. I just need to use the bathroom. Guess who's back? Back again. Nep is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? I'm thinking. Right, so. Did Syria move to Challenger? Yes. I've just signed up and got the £100 credit. I have no idea what I'm doing. Wait, did you get literally just £100? Is that what you got? Just flat out? Did you have to buy anything, Aaron? Or did you just get £100 market credits? It must mean that there's a new thing available now. Yeah, as you can see, limited anyway. I started picking up some cards because I just think they're so cheap. It's £100 if I spend £100. Oh, gotcha. Do we know if Mission's Essence is neutral or all-star? I don't know. Yeah, interesting, actually. I wanted to kind of like, I know it's really difficult because we don't know what's going to happen with international breaks. And what I was really struggling with when I was building these lineups through is the fact that Champions League football is 4 days later. Is it All-Star? Is it? Okay, there we go. So it's All-Star. Yeah, Champions League football is like straight after. And so I was like, it's going to be really frustrating try and build quality lineups when I don't know who's coming back from international break and who's not, and then who's going to be ready to play and who's not. Verts for 70 in season is a decent price. Yeah, he'll find his groove eventually with Liverpool as well. That was my thoughts. Like I say, like, you know, like the star players are limited, like £100 in the top 4 leagues. I don't know how the credit works because I've been playing Serie A for 2 years and clicked the link and got $100 credit too. Did you? That's interesting. Isaac at £70 is a good price as well. Just going to be insane, isn't he? So I didn't buy Ekitike nor Isaac until I will want to kind of like know how the rotation's going to be with them. I'm just like concerned, especially for Isaac, who hasn't played or trained properly in weeks, maybe even months. I don't think he's going to be kind of like going straight into that that starting role. I think it might take some time before he becomes a #1 striker. Would you say classic cards are worth buying? For example, a classic Salah for £25 with Liverpool having Burnley this week plus AFCON. Yeah. I think Salah's Salah at £25 as a classic is very good. You bought Voltamard as an Ekitike owner. Did you want Arsenal because you support them or because you think they are the best? Surely spreading across more players and clubs would be more efficient. I bought them because I support them and because I think they're the best. The weirdest thing is people saying Ekitike is going to be left wing. Yeah, first of all, he's not a left winger. And second of all, Cody Gakpo exists. Like, Gakpo isn't some schmuck. He's such a brilliant player. Yeah, I don't know if Van Oot's going to play for Nice straight away. I don't know what happens with Giroud. I don't know if Dembele is going to be fit to play. So it's really difficult for me to kind of like get the teams down because obviously La Liga as well. Now I need to improve this team a little bit here. Did I buy any La Liga players yet? No. Because of like Barcelona's fixtures, you know, they've got Valencia here game week 9, but then they've got Champions League game week 10. And I just don't know if I'm better off mixing and matching all the Barcelona stars constantly. Because like what I want to do, not what I want to do, what I'm going to do is go and get a Rafinha in season. No, I have him already. I need to get a Yamal in season and an Mbappe in season. They're the two that I don't have, the big boys at the moment. Which is dumb that I don't have those. But it's also not dumb. And this is where part of the strategy I think is good. Because if we look at Mbappe's in-season price chart, he started up here in the £300 range. And he's kind of like down in the... I mean, he's actually like... He's picked up a little bit now because his form's very good. But Mbappe's such a good player, isn't he? Torres at risk. Yeah, he's there as a placeholder. Like, I just put a team in. Like, that's like the D team to improve upon. So I look at Mbappe, for example. Have I got already offers out on an Mbappe? No, just Tosin. So his last sale, I mean, he's there for like 163. I'd like to pay like 155 for him, ideally. I'll probably settle at like 158, something like that. I went to the Netherlands, thought of buying an Isaac jersey, ended up with a scarf only. Nothing wrong with a scarf. I'm not sure if you know, but Balde is out for 3 weeks. Is he? Yeah, like I say, that was just a placeholder team. Like, that was just like the players I had in to see what I had available. Yamal in season I need as well. Damn, 250. I feel like that's just a good price in general. Oh no, he was selling for 216 a while ago. But his form, I mean, Jesus Christ. He's going to be like that Messi of old, isn't he? Where he's literally just ripping 90s and above every single week. It's difficult now, though, isn't it? Because, like, his biggest price in the last week, his lowest price has been 200. Could have picked him up for, like, yeah, less than 200. I don't now. He sold 4 hours ago for 235. I don't now want to buy him for, like, even 250, really. Like, I want to get him around that 230 mark as an absolute maximum. £20 below instant buy is a bad price. I wouldn't say it's a bad price. It's definitely not a price I want to pay, though. Just looked at your gallery. You've got Fred Chi will be the best centre back in the Prem. Wasn't he at Girona last season? As he transferred, has he? Imagine Messi scores during the early 2010s. Well, you can't see them now because So Rare have stopped you from going back too far. But Messi at Barcelona, I mean, look, Messi at Inter Miami is absolutely cracked, right? It is fair to say. Messi at PSG was decent. Messi for Argentina is always, well, mostly always very good. Messi for Inter Miami has been absolutely sensational. It is fair to say. So long as he starts, like, I mean, look, that is outrageous, isn't it? That is outrageous. If you knew he wasn't going to start, and this is why I think subs are so valuable, man, because if these were known, that's fair enough. These weren't known. You just want these scores, don't you? You want to be able to take. Look, you got an error led to goal, still got 100 points. He got subbed on some of these games and still managed to pick up 100 points. And then his scores for Barcelona, So Rare Data had them. So Rare's got just 2 of them left. His scores for Barcelona were literally just hundreds. And if they weren't hundreds, they were like 90s. It was crazy. What did he do in this game? 3 shots on target, 12 penalty area entries, 9 contests won, 48 passes, 27 in the final third, 3 attempted assists. Possession lost 31 times. He was just a beast, though. I think Oscar in China was the closest thing we've ever had to Messi at Barca. Yeah, I wonder if Oscar's scores are there. Oscar was a 100-point machine. We also had, oh, it doesn't even seem to be there. Davidson, when he was at the Wuhan Three Towns. His scores, Davidson's scores actually in. Is he? Oh, he still plays for Qingdao Youth Island. Yeah, his Wuhan Three Town scores the season before this one that we can get here. He was constant 100s. We've had Romulo. He was constant 100s. He's absolutely fallen off the beaten track now as well. But yeah, Romulo was crazy scores. You had Barini in the Turkish league. For Fatih Karagümrük. doesn't go back further as well, but his scores are absolutely crazy. There's been a fair few players over the years that have had like crazy scores. Sorry, I've got my my sister-in-law's dog here. Is that what his name is? Oscar Jr., is it? Yeah, his scores for Shanghai, it's literally absurd. Absurd. The crazy thing is, there are 2 players at least that I know of that got better scores than this. Neymar at PSG and Messi at Barcelona. Neymar's PSG scores before Messi came were absolutely outrageous. It just doesn't go back far enough to see them. Yeah, it's quite at the end of his PSG stint. Isaac said he wants to be. Yeah, Isaac will be desperate to be involved in the Swedish games this break to try and get some match sharpness and match fitness. I'll go 235. How about that? Probably won't go more than 235 for that, Yamal. 159. Yeah, that's reasonable for Mbappe. We can welcome Kylian Mbappe to the agency, to the gallery. If subs come 5-a-side, I just got to pack up. Then any dreams of top position is just gone. Why is that, Aldurin? The daily challenges just keep getting better and better. They do. So Rare are nailing convincing people to spend money on shit. They are. And it's a really important part of the world. Like, how many companies do you know that manage to convince you to spend money on shit you don't need? And that's what they really profit on. And that's what So Rare are doing. Yeah, look at Fortnite Cosmetics. Look at FIFA. You don't need to buy packs at all, ever. Yet people spend thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. Oh, that is a Kylian Mbappe. Did he ask for 246 last time as well? I'm not paying him. I'm not paying 246 for you, Mal. Is it worth picking up a cheeky Neymar? I don't think so. Safes. Obviously, he's just spent a long time injured over a period of time. From what I understand, Neymar wants to go to the World Cup with Brazil next year. So he wants to stay fit. He wants to play football. And we all know his quality, right? But as you can see, even though he's coming back off injury, as you can see here, his scores in the Brazilian league aren't special. Look at that. They won 6-0 there, and he did nothing. Literally nothing. How long did he play for? 90 minutes played in a 6-0 win. Oh, no, wait, 6-0 loss. Damn, that's savage. Yeah, I think Neymar's lost it. I think Neymar's lost it. Neymar is an injury away from retirement. Yeah, 100%. I think the collection bonuses could be huge this year in terms of incentive to complete collections. You can get collection bonuses up to 5% without completing collections now, though. That team is shit, to be fair. Yeah, but he's still Neymar, right? Look at Messi into Miami. Even if they get whopped 5-1, you can guarantee that 1 is him. And if they get smashed 5-0, you can guarantee he's still ripping 60 or 70 points from AA. Do you think Foden again could be a titular? Do you mean regular, Romain? I think once Foden's over his injury problems, yeah. But Brazil's level of competition is one of the highest ones. And yeah, but Neymar's 33 years old. He's not like in his prime necessarily. He's kind of been injured through his prime years, but he's only 33, which I know 20 years ago when I was growing up watching football, 33 was like, you're about to retire. Like, your legs are done, your body's done, you've given up. 33 these days is like, I don't know. I look at 33 in this day and age and think you are still youthful. You have still got a few years of real quality to give. And when Neymar just can't perform, even in the Brazilian league with decisives, just makes me personally think not a player I want to go for. Players like Neymar, Hazard, they got so many ankle-breaking tackles. So did Messi. So did Ronaldo. You know, there's no excuse there. Lots of the high-level attackers got those kind of, ankle-breaking tackles quite regularly. Not really, Maurice. It was more of it wasn't like an exact for that. That is what I want to do, but I struggle sometimes to make decisions. We've signed Mbappe now, which is really nice. Maybe we'll start putting some XP onto him, actually. Do I even have much more? Oh, wow. That's all I had. I've got nothing left. We can open some common packs. I saw, what was it, Fly and Die did a really good video. I had already figured it out myself, but he did a really good video on the common packs. You kind of don't want to spend your essence until the bench warmer packs come out. And I think they changed the bench warmer price from 50 to 150. But when we look at my players, my common players, I only opened bench warmer packs for these players, and they come out. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh no, that's XP growth. I don't want that. They come out as I don't want to level up. They come out as like 5 essence discards, but then as soon as they're available or to start or something, they bump up to 50 or 250. Bench one was with 250 yesterday. It killed the method. See, I still think it works. It just takes longer. You just have to kind of, you spend 250 on 5 players. You need an average of, you need them to basically go above the 50-point mark to get to the, like basically every time one goes to 200, you're good. But yeah, I think if they've kind of remedied that, it was still a decent way to do it. I've got a fair bit of essence though, at a limited. But obviously I want to keep it for like I want to keep it for like arenas and stuff. Got some Puzja players. Fun. Has it taken the essence off me? Yeah, it did. Did I actually get those previous players? Better have done. During the beginning of Survey 26, I sent all my essence on 50 bench warmer method, and I have over 300 common cards. I did the same. I bought loads of bench warmers. Hey, Doof, not bad. Coming down, buying these packs for PSG players, goddammit. Hey, Chevalier, love that. Jonathan Klaus, isn't he moving? Klaus, isn't he transferring? Or isn't he already transferred? We could do one more. Mayulu as well, another PSG player there. Lovely. Common PSG players have been hard to get. You must absolutely rinse with common PSG players. I suppose I could just discard players if I want the essence back. Can't afford another one. If we go to my players though, actually let's go to the yeah. Not that I don't like it. Wait, what have I done? Oh, I've completed something nice. I wish they did a little bit more. Wait, what? They've given a new decisive challenge here. Earn 500 common essence for each player who gets a positive decisive in today's matches. So they have done something here. So Harry Wilson starting, Ben Davies starting, and Darlow starting. Listen, let's just rip it and ship it. 3 Welsh players, why not? Game's about to kick off in 1 minute as well, so happy days. Is gems worth it? Never. If you're going to spend money on gems, just buy a card. A real card, a proper card. You have to swap one player for a 4-star or 5-star, so let's get rid of Narty. Farty, Narty, Sharty. And we get Malo Gusto in return. Love to see it, love to see it. I didn't hit the streaks last week, I can't believe it. I want those market credits. You're keeping a few dupes? Yeah, I'm keeping dupes on purpose now for the daily scrap challenge. Because I can turn the dupes into like 5-star players. How far am I with collections of common? Not far, not far. I don't have to, I've got like 300, yeah, 277 commons. I'm not like super deep. Not super deep. Yeah, so I want to get Yamal still in season limited. Who is it that I was exchanging with? Yeah, this guy, wasn't it? I suppose I'll place a bid on him. For a first owned one, I'll go max 235. And if I get the lucky loser essence, I won't be displeased with that. What can you get out of collecting commons? You can get essence, limited essence, and market credits at the moment. Mate, Yamal scores. Do you know, I was actually looking at Mbappe earlier. And like, it's actually quite mad that Mbappe didn't get a decisive in the last game. I think, you know, he had that disallowed goal, which was real close. The big chance missed, but then he got 7 attempted assists. Looking at Mbappe's scores, he had a little bit of like trouble last season here and there, especially at the start. And I think that kind of put people's minds in a different space. But his L15 is 76. That's insane. Especially given the fact that 3 of those games are a 40, a 39, and a 46. This one where he got subbed on. This one where he got subbed on as well. And then against PSG in the Club World Cup. 76 makes him really hard to fit in arena. Yeah, sure does, yeah. Well, you could put him in uncapped arena, couldn't you? Did he have 2 disallowed goals, did he? Mad. And so I just think for Mbappe, see, again, here's the difficult thing. Mbappe's got Real Sociedad game week 9, but then Marseille game week 10. And this is going to be a game that Real Madrid take seriously, right? It wouldn't surprise me if against Real Sociedad, Real Madrid put out the second string players. You know, it wouldn't surprise me to see Rodrigo start. Wouldn't surprise me to see that Gonzalo guy start. Wouldn't surprise me to see like a Rudiger start, like Alaba start. Wouldn't surprise me to see like Carvajal start, Danny Ceballos start. Like, how come you're so worried about just after the international break? Because I've got specifically for the French League and La Liga, I've got the opportunity to win $1,000 twice, which obviously is great if I could just hit 420 points. Hitting 420 points isn't difficult if you get the starters right for Barcelona, Real Madrid, and PSG. I've hit more than 420 points multiple times already. But more importantly, right, it would be a whopping return on my investment of my gallery altogether if I was not only able to get the $2,000 from here and here, but then also go and get the $5,000 from tier 5 on both of them. So these next 2 game weeks for me after the international break are so vital because I could potentially win $12,000, which would be a monster return. So yeah, like I need to make sure I've got my primary lineups right and my secondary lineups in strong spots, because it's just with, you know, the most expensive player in the French league being like 150 quid. It's just worth it. It's worth it to have the best, like 4 of the best lineups out. But the best lineups don't necessarily mean all PSG, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. The best lineups could be, you know, for example, Alex Baena. The best lineups could be Pepe from Villarreal, right? And so I just want to kind of work on that sense. And the difficulty is, first and foremost, with the international break being here, we don't know who's coming back healthy and who isn't. But second of all, Champions League is the next midweek after the international break, which means we don't know how many teams are going to rest their players for that first Champions League game. What's the strat? 4 stacks. Actually, on the contrary, I think 4 lineups of players who are in form with good matchups is the play. Would you get a PSG collection at this point, even after 5x is gone? Definitely. Because even if we look at, so like, even if you ignore when the double rewards go, which obviously they're still there now for another like 4 weeks, even when double rewards go, that 5th streak is $1,000. If you've got a PSG stack right now, it will not cost you $1,000, which means, again, assuming that you're able to get the lineups right, and if you just focus PSG and lined up kind of every combination of, okay, if Dembele doesn't start, Gonzalo Ramos does. So I've got one lineup with Dembele, one lineup with Gonzalo Ramos. If Kvaratskhelia doesn't start, Barcola does. So I've got one lineup with Kvaratskhelia, one lineup with Barcola. If you have 4 lineups of PSG players where you've kind of like got all of the combinations that are likely, you've got all season to hit that 5th streak one time to profit, but you've also got all season to hit the 3rd streak 5 or 6 times to profit, or hitting the 4th streak 2 times to profit, or just having a big score one week where you finished on the podium in the actual tournament and win like $600. I honestly cannot believe, and now that So Red Josh is here, maybe like he could like kind of tell me why I'm wrong on this one, but I genuinely cannot believe how goddamn cheap players in general in this game are right now, given how comfortable it would be to get that return on investment over the whole course of the season, thanks to streaks, Champions League comps, European comps, the World Cup coming. international game weeks, essence, and regular rewards as well. Yeah, exactly, Tady. Also, Champions League and international usage. No, you're right. They're cheap because of the supply. Yeah, the supply is quite huge on some players. And obviously, like, you know, the leaderboards is one thing. If you want to if you want to like succeed in the leaderboards, you either need like a really exclusive 5 where very few people have got that same 5 and you smash it, or you need to make sure you've got like 5% collection score and as best XP as you can have, so that if you've got the same players as everyone else and you do good, then you end up getting like high up the leaderboards. But you're playing for streaks. The JPL cards are almost on 500 out of 1,000 mints. Yeah, look at that. Zolis is at 564 already. That is wild, by the way. With around 5k, would you go for limited Champs League with top players or rare 1-2 leagues with a few top players? If I had 5k right now, I'd go limited. You could buy elite lineups in every single limited competition without fail for 5k. Yeah, plus it's World Cup, exactly. World Cup as well. How do you get limited essence from common? From completing the collections. The people who wanted Zolis probably already had him. What did I pay for mine? Did I craft mine? Oh no, I bought him. I bought number 98 for £115. Do you know what? It's not awful because he has in that time he's hit an 89, a 100, and a 70. But yeah, looking at his price over the last 3 months, like look at that, he literally went as low as £40 on public offer. I'll tick these off. Never mind. What would 30k get me now? Probably everything that I've got, plus the Pedris, Yamals, Kimmiches, Kanes in season as well. I paid £3 for my Zolis when he was at the mighty Norwich. Then he hit the 100 at Rangers. I think you can filter top right. Oh yeah, you can. Look at that. Yeah, he picked up a bit. Then he's just dropping down again, like £60 on auction. Instant buy is always a bit tricky, isn't it? Because people use their market credits a lot on instant buy. They do on auction as well. But you can see why his price went up there, because he wasn't auctioned for 2 days. So it gave the I guess it gave there some time for there to be kind of the demand whilst the supply wasn't there. And now like see here, it's like it's a mess. It's just loads of auctions. Now it seems to be like just once one's finished, another one comes. There was a little bit of it literally is like once one is done, another one's there. They're not like together anymore. Was that you? That you, Bollardino? Yeah, it was. The number of Zolis cards already printed is insane. Yeah, it is. Even still, though, right? Like, whether you look at it as stacks or whether you look at it as just building the best 5, right? When you look at, and again, we take instant buy as the absolute top end because you can get them cheaper. When we go to the JPL, we know we can get that Zolis for like 60 quid, 55 quid on secondary market. You can buy for, you know, let's say maybe £400. You can buy 3 absolutely elite level JPL lineups for around £400, maybe £500 if you want to add some like collection score on top and whatnot, right? £500 for 3 absolute elite level JPL lineups. When you then look at what you need to do to get it back, you need to hit 420 points twice. It like, you know, on tier 4 throughout the whole course of the season. Then they're more inclined to max out 1,000 limiteds now, knowing someone will be vaulted in years to come. Yeah, that's true. If you get to that fourth streak twice, you've made profit just off of streaks. If you get to the third streak 4 times throughout the course of the season, I suppose, yeah, double rewards go, right? So even still, if you get to like the fourth streak twice, you're still making $250, about $300 from getting to the fourth streak twice, even without the double rewards. And then that then excludes any essence that you've picked up, any other cash rewards that you picked up, and it also excludes the value that the cards still hold. I'm just blown away. And what I want to do this week, and why, even though I haven't done, how long I've been streaming? 2 hours, and I still haven't done anything apart from buy one Mbappe. What I want to do this midweek for the internationals is buy these cards that I think will help me get to like streaks 3 and streaks 4, because they are so cheap. And when regular football comes back, I think they'll start creeping up again. It's not so simple to get the 4 streak in kind of leagues like JPL or Premier League. I think it is. Obviously, it's not easy. It's not easy. Otherwise, it wouldn't be set up the way it is. But again, when I think about like 420 points, right, for the 4 streak, let me see what I got. I think I had a bad time in JPL this week here because I don't have the kind of lineups that I want. Like, look at that. That lineup's dead. That was my like backup. That was literally like my leftovers, and it did 355 points. Zolis and Stoikers did all right. I don't think I had Vanaken. No, see, if I would have had Vanaken, which I should have had here, and probably Smets, although he conceded a goal here, I would have been a lot closer to it. But if you've got your XP, your collection score, and your in-season bonus, like 420 points, you only need to hit it again. Because it's about the week that you get there. We look at game week 3 for my JPL. I mean, again, look at my... Oh, that was the week where Thingy wasn't playing, wasn't it? But again, more to the point, right? The prices are so cheap that you can buy into the best matchups. Like, we hit 474 points there, 427 points there, and that was with Bertocchini getting a 33. Like, it's a shame that I wasn't on that better streak there, isn't it? But if you've got 4 absolute high-end, competent, high XP, high collection score lineups, and you've got your matchups well, I just genuinely don't think it's hard to get there. You need the best players, though. Yeah, but this is my point. The best players, Michele, who is one of the best players in the JPL, like flat out, his scores are so consistent. He's £40 or £42. Like, it's when the streaks are so like fruitful. Yeah, Burgess is another one that's like extremely cheap. When the streaks are so fruitful, £25. Now, he doesn't peak up to the 100s, and he does have the odd game where he doesn't get some good stuff, but it's a good player. And again, this is a sort of situation where you'd have, you know, Burgess in one lineup, Michele in another lineup, Says in another lineup, and then like whoever's like got a great matchup in another lineup. Leaderboard bonus is where it collects you, maxing out those collections is pounds. Is it? Is it now? I know it was at the start of the season because of all the promos and stuff that were going on. But is it now? Can't you get... Let's even go back to Instabuy. Go to... Oh, can't spell. Is it? given the fact, like obviously if you want to get to 5%, it's not going to be cheap. But to get up to like 3%, you buy these guys, Zolis, Michele, Vanaken, Says, Jackers. You buy these guys on secondary market, which automatically, like let's say Says, for example, £25 on primary market, £20 on secondary market, that saves you £5. Then you go and buy Bosch. That's your £5, but that's giving you like what 90 points. And then because of the way the collection score works, in 30 days you get an extra 20 points per player. You'll get to 3 and or 4% after that 30-day period for very cheap. Yeah, if you want to push to the 5%, maybe it's a bit more expensive. But on top of that, in 5 days' time, we're now going to get the card reveals. So then you're going to get some special edition cards that give you even more collection score. I think if you're doing it across maybe 4 or 5 teams, if you've got some Bruges, some USG, some Antwerp or Anderlecht, should I say, like some like you're doing like 4 or 5 different players. Yeah, then maybe it gets a little bit costly. If you're going for leaderboards, of course. Will you be able to open the cards that are sealed? I don't know. I don't know. Need £400-ish from scratch for JPL teams that could compete. Yeah, and that's what I mean. I think that's just a really good value. But for streak 3% is good enough if you've got the best players. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so. Do you think it's a good time to invest a little bit extra for the 10% here when the cards get released? No. Projected first in your elite arena. I haven't even got enough essence for elite arena. I'll try and get some essence today from the missions. And if I then get enough to go into elite arenas tomorrow, maybe I will. How's that Wales game going on, actually? I guess Kudus and RU linked to each other there. Yeah, so what I wanted to, like I said, even though it's difficult, what I wanted to do was start preparing my game week 9 limited lineups and building any lineup that's like, oh, I need some players here or there or whatever, just filling them up with stars. Because even though some of them might not come back from international duty healthy, some of them might be rotated because of Champions League or whatever, I just feel like the price points right now are so good. Obviously, I wanted to prioritize and perfect League One and La Liga first because I'm on those 4 streaks. New common daily quest for good essence. Oh, yeah, the decisive we already went through, yeah. What have we got going for game week 7? I've got Trubin. Chevalier. Who's France's goalkeeper? Is it still going to be Magnan? Nunamensch. You're in U23? Yes, correct. I am. I was fully aware, but I do appreciate it. Got double game week for Zolis. It's quite nice. Is it pointless having one player with a stack with no collection bonus? Would that matter? It only matters when it matters. You know, if you finish like 2 points away from like a way better reward and collection score would have got you there, then it matters. I think if you're focusing on streaking, it doesn't matter so much. I still think the collection score is important for streaks. You know, getting 5% collection score. Like, by this point, you can be on close to 15% on limited players because, you know, 5% in season, 5% collection score, and 5% XP. 15%. If you can then also get a cap 260 and anti-stack bonus, you can get almost 20 to 21% added bonus per player. That's insane. And your captain bonus of 50%. If you even got 300 base score with 20% on people, you know, you're hitting an extra, 60 points there. That takes you to 360, plus the extra 50% captain bonus as another like 30 points, maybe more. You're close to 400 points because you've got 21%. Like, I think it can't be understated, personally. Michael's got a double game week. Donnaruma's got a double game week. Sutalo's got a double game week. Should he be playing now that he's on a back fit? Hey, getting some lineups in. Kostas Tsimikas with a double game week. Love that. Is Rice actually going to play against Andorra? Bruno Fernandes. I'm not doing these lineups now anyway. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the for these lineups. So yeah, let me just clear them all, and let's start with the cheaper ones as well, because I can figure out buying Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga, etc. Let's start with the cheap ones. But before that, my boys are home from school, so I'll burb. Sorry about that, guys. My boys went to back to school today, first day back after the summer holidays. So I just wanted to go and see how they were and what they were up to. Right, so yeah, I want to work on these lineups. I don't know if I care about MLS. Why isn't it? How do I? Am I supposed to? Never mind. I don't know if I care about MLS at all anymore. I don't know how many game weeks are left, and you know how serious that MLS always gets weird towards the back end of the season, doesn't it? But we're going to start with contender, the cheapest by far. We've got NepentheZ. He's good for, isn't he? I now have Sergi Dominguez, which was a much-needed addition. In midfield, we've got valuations against Nuremberg. He's still what we would consider an elite player. Up front, so I've got Willian, Attic, Reese, Livaja, Hornby, all doing terribly. Ben Farhat is now injured, of course. Who's the best forward that we could get? What's up, Josh Excels? Still effectively 3 months. Can't believe how well last weekend went. Did you have a good time, did you? Reese can't be trusted anymore, no more sets. Yeah, that's tough. And with that, no AA at all and no decisives either. Downman Common is now 75 scrap value. Both co-op streaks hit. Yeah, that was nice. And Prem streak. Damn, nice. So you just need a bit of unique essence from the international breaks. Simeone crafted in rare. Damn. And honestly, I think playing on like I play so rare in the worst like void. Like if you play really cheap, it's really easy to kind of take advantage of the game and make profit over time. You're not going to make life-changing profit, but you're going to make like profit. You're going to make, you're going to have good moments where it just doesn't take much to all come together and you're winning. And then if you play at the level of like a Pranksy or something like that, you're just eating completely. I play in this void where I'm like, even if I make profit, like let's say like I've spent 32,000 for Sorare 26. Let's say over the course of the whole year, I make back 38,000. To make 6,000 profit, I could have probably spent way less to make that same amount of profit. Is it as much fun? Maybe not. Right, let's have a look on the market. See what we've got going on in the forward area. So we've got Cecilia away, tough game. Davitashvili. Do you know what? I wanted to buy actually a St. Etienne collection because I think they've got what's his fucking name? The defender that was at Zagreb. Yeah, Bernauer. Cardew is doing well. Like St. Etienne are just built for the like French League 2, aren't they? Oh, brilliant. Given streaks, etc. Why you're not jumping into Super Rare? There's no streaks in Super Rare. Dennis Apaya lurking around still. What? Oh, he lives fondly in the memory. There's Apaya. Who have I got? Classic. Brunetta at home to Leon. We do like Brunetta, but that's not the best matchup. It's mad to have $130 in one weekend without really troubling a single leaderboard. Yeah. Wales are 1-0 up. Who scored or assisted? Paris FC wanted stat in for 30 mil, and Etienne said last minute that it's not enough. Jesus. More? Oh, no assist. I don't have in my common thing. This Sergio Dominguez is crazy. Yeah, Sergio Dominguez is good. I need to boost him. Wanazek we like. Wanazek hasn't hit a big score in a while, to be fair. 55, 58, it's not bad. Not bad, but it's not ideal. Yeah, I think we'd look at maybe a... so this Stassin guy you said hasn't played. Has he been subbed on, has he? Is he supposed to be good, is he? Di Maria, tough game against Boca. Jorge Texiera. Isn't Texiera... who's like a real strong like J-League, K-League forward? He's gone Paris FC. Or somebody in the chat said they rejected it. I think it was so rare. Playing with cards you want to play is underrated. Like I've got Sunderland Limiteds. They aren't the best, but I'm having fun watching games and scores, etc. Yeah, like one of the best things you could do on Sorare is play with players that you like. This guy's been subbed on 5 games in a row and scored 4 out of the 5 games. Is he not due a start? I picked up St Etienne stack before the season started for about £70. They've flown up. Reese is okay, but I don't know. I've got a common version of him. Who's got the biggest L40? Desinia. Reese, although it's a bit dumb now. Attic. Yuma Suzuki has a nice matchup. Beljo is number 1 in Dynamo. How come he's not on here then? Oh, him, this guy. Wait, no, wait, different player altogether. Beljo. His scores are decent. I could still, I wouldn't be able to, I would want him, I think, but I don't want him for this lineup because I want the anti-stack bonus. Velenovic won't start. Beljo is primary striker they paid 6 mil for. Okay, so I'll get a Beljo then, but just for a different lineup. So who else is like a really strong forward? I really like the Clermont Foot that they're playing. Didn't they also used to be in? They used to be in French League One, didn't they, Clermont? I like the idea of getting a couple of Saint Etienne players. Oh, he might be playing oh, he will be playing internationally for Georgia. Not as strong as I'd like. Brunetta Classic. Yeah, Brunetta's all right because he's got a home game. And I've got good, 10% XP on him. I wonder what it would take me to get collection score up on him. Surely the collection that he's part of is like all 3, 10p players. Skoras. Damn. Has he just got to transfer somewhere? I could get Brunetta at least up to 2% for about £2, couldn't I? What do you do these games? See, look at that. He got subbed on in this game against Mazaltan. And in 45 minutes, still managed to get 20 AA. He got 90 minutes in this game. Big chance created, loads of passes, loads of attempted assists, shot on target against Santos Laguna. I do like Brunetta. I think we will put him in there. And then for our final player here, who is like the best option that's not from Zagreb? Tardy. Yeah, I used to have a rare Tardy, would you believe? I might still, actually. Might be vaulted. Okay, Skoras has just transferred somewhere, hasn't he? Yeah, because he's linked again. Getting 2 unsolicited offers for him straight away is quite mad. So this guy I want anyway. What is he on the secondary market? Jesus Christ. What has he been selling for? Yeah, about £18. Okay, if I can get him for like £17 from Hug, that'd be nice. Tardieu from Tardieu has started well. Who's this raw guy? Casinia, Diaz, Selnes. I want somebody that I feel like could absolutely peak. Has Tardieu got set pieces? If he hasn't, see, this is what I wanted to know. If it was defensive work from him, I don't think I'd be interested in it. But if it's like possession play, which it is, and offensive play, which with 7 penalty area entries that game, it does look like he might have some set pieces. It just looks like everything gets put through him. I don't mind him, maybe not for this lineup necessarily, but I don't mind in general a Saint Etienne setup. Vukotic, yeah, I have him, Vukotic. I don't know why I have him. Did I buy him or did I win him? Oh, I don't know. I don't have him. He's on the... I keep thinking this is my roster. I'm like, God damn, look at all these sick players I've got. Don't have any of these. There's not really anyone super standing out, is there? Vukotic is the best, your captain. Skoras is actually getting transferred again, is he? You should look at Livaja, maybe. The best player in the Croatian League. So I have Livaja, but he hasn't... Like, last game, he just hasn't been doing well, really. I think he got 1 goal, didn't he? Yeah, in the games that he's played from here, 35, 35. On this game as well, if he just got 36 points, that is it, 36 points, I would have hit the streak. Even here, look at that, a goal and an assist, and he's still only got 70 points. He's the sort of player that absolutely banks on decisives to get good scores. Not the sort of player I want. On here. Yeah, we'll take him. So I think this Vukovic. See, this score, banging. This score, banging, even with the decisive. This score, massively carried by the decisive. And this score as well, massively carried by the decisive. Now, it does show that you can get both AA and DAs. But, you know, if he just doesn't get the last man tackle here, he's on like 45 points. That 13p discount. Listen, we do what we can. We're working. I could go and buy a collection piece for that. Maybe I do want Tardieu because who have they got? Clermont Foot. How have Clermont Foot started the season? What? Okay, so it is working. Jesus Christ. There we go. Clermont have got 3 draws, 1 win. They've only conceded 3 goals. And Etienne, though, 2 wins, 2 draws. I really like the idea of a Saint Etienne setup. Foot mob is bugged, is it? He's a giant. His head's on every corner / free kick. For Tardieu. How tall is he? 184 centimeters. Not that big. What's that, like 6'2"? 6'1"? Oh, Vukotic. Who are you guys going with here? Tardieu or Vukotic? I think Tardieu's proving to be really, really nice with all of those. Like, he's a sort of player now where if he's getting this AA and then also manages to get a decisive, he's popping 100 points. I like him for that. Wow, he's £21. I think I paid more. Do I still have his rare? Yeah, I do. I vaulted it. Probably for 1 as well. Oh no, I vaulted it for 20. What's his seal value? At 50 now. Unlucky. What did I pay for this back in the day? £37. I like him, and I'm liking St Etienne as well. I don't know why So Rare requires us to put our passwords in every bloody time now. So Tardieu will go in there. So let me just put somebody else in the meantime. Oh, wow. Gillard went to Championship. That's interesting. I'm loving people who screamed for burn mechanism, being absolutely perplexed and not being able to unvault their players for a long time. Yep. But people just want the best of everything, don't they? I'm not overly opposed to like a red button mechanic that you can use like once every 6 months or something. But also it's like, this is a burn mechanism that allows you to keep your card, have utility with your card. If you're that desperate to sell your card, the only thing it doesn't allow people to do is sell their gallery. Would I be interested in trading a couple of cards? I know, unless you want to buy my cards, I'm not really interested. But no, trading's not the one. Oh, Carlos Cuesta's gone to Brazil. That's interesting. Juan Cordoba. Should only allow that if they change vault points / rewards in some rate. Yeah, I would agree with that as well. Carranza's gone to Leicester. I reckon he could pop there. I reckon he could be decent there. I think I've vaulted his rare card as well, actually. Let me just put Carranza in there for now. We're going to captain Sergi Dominguez. But that's lineup 1 done under the understanding that Tardieu will become the extra position over Carranza. An unseal all button should mean you cannot enter competitions for a month. Yeah, see, that's absolutely fine as well, right? If you really do want to just sell your gallery, if you just want to get rid of So Rare, you don't want to play it anymore, have an unseal all button, but an SO5 ban for, for 4 weeks. I think that would be very reasonable. All right, lineup number 2. I've got Armani. Changuen will be injured still. Harrius. I think he got a penalty save last game, didn't he? Yeah. Harrius is doing all right, but again, he's relied on decisives to kind of pull his scores up. I always so like I listen to chat a lot, right? I listen to you guys a lot, and sometimes it really does help. And maybe I just remember the times where it really hurts. But the whole Bochum are going to absolutely smash the league, they're way too good for the league narrative that I was fed, that encouraged me to go and buy Bochum players, for them to be utterly fucking shit, was really sad. That was really one of those painful ones. I do think probably Karius is the best option here. He's at home anyway. Schalke are a good team. He is a good goalkeeper. He makes sense. Defender number 2. Now, Valincic I was happy with, but that last game he got 36. And he's another one that kind of relies on a decisive to get that top score. Neubauer's got a good home game. Wittek is decent. Nothing crazy. Probably Neubauer is a player that I think Neubauer conceded 5 last game as well, and he still got 47 points. Oh, no, it was 2, beg your pardon. It might have been Wittek then that conceded 5. No, that was 2 as well. I've got a defender last game week that conceded 5. Oh, was it Neubauer? No. Neubauer, Wittek. Who's the other player that I've got? I don't know. You got Knoll. That could Neubauer, Gita, or Tomiak. I don't. I think, did I offer for Vukotic? I did. So he's probably going to go into this spot here, Vukotic. So in the meantime, let's just put in somebody that we don't care about. It was Hanover Guritha the other week. Oh, yeah. So one of my defenders there, like, dropped 5 goals and still picked up, like, 50-odd points. I was like, damn, that's all right. So Coussant's not doing anything. I'm really lacking in midfielders. Wow, Galatasaray have got rid of a lot of players, haven't they? So I'm going to need new... maybe I've got a classic midfielder, actually. I could use Shaqiri. Thought Shaqiri was having, like, mid-season break. Oh, Santiago Moreno started playing. It was Majerberg. Do I think Gundogan will start for Gala next game? No. Oh, Marco John's back. He's had a lot of injury problems. Unless I use Shaqiri here, which is a really good option. You know, he gets decisives at the best of times. That's our classic spot gone. Hajduk away to Varazdin. That's a tough game, isn't it? Ocampos and Canales are flying at the moment. Yeah, I used to have Canales. I bought him for really cheap, and then I sold him before like this new format came in. Beljo type. Yeah, so he'll go in here. I offered for... Oh, he is there here. I was going to say I thought I bought him. And then maybe I play... Who was I going to get for here? Oh, that'd be that, that other guy. I mean, listen, Neubauer's game there is good. We go with him. We can go with Valincic. And we're going to captain Shaqiri. I think for the players that I've bought, I won't buy any more for this because I only need 360 points for this first streak level. Both of these teams have ample opportunities to hit that. We'll obviously bring one more player in anyway, two more players in anyway, which we'll upgrade the lineups with. But outside of that, I'm happy to just use what I've got left to build the the third and fourth lineups. So we'll go Horn and Wittek together. I should be able to get Cap 260 and multi-club for these ones as well. Cuisance and Attic and Reese. Oh, I need to get a... let's put Cuisance and Reese in. And that leaves me with 57. So I could put a Levaja in here. That's a pretty fun lineup. It's Cap 260 and multi-club. They're all out of form players, mind you. Do I have a barcode? No, I don't. Got you benched. Is it 5 PM for the lineups? Oh, yeah. Gula, Akgun, Artkoglu, Yildiz, Kalhanoglu, Yusek, Mulder, Demiral, Bardacci, Elmali, Kakir, Varitskalia, Mamaradashvili, Mikultadze. Have I got Mikultadze vaulted? So I've got Elmali and Yuksek both vaulted as well. Hilarious because Elmali is actually doing well now, but even though that's a classic card, got Mulder not in a lineup. I've got Kakir not in a lineup. Well, that screams Arenes, doesn't it? A little bit of Erkan Kakir. A bit of a Eren Elmali. Maybe I'll put in. Are there any other lineups out? Are there any other games at 5 PM? Lithuania against Malta. Oh, the big one. Maybe we'll put Bruno Guimaraes. Mikultadze moved to Villarreal. He did, yeah. Then we've got Miguel Almiron if we want him. Is that a favourable game for Paraguay? I've got 39 left. And I don't have anybody. I don't have a single player that's got L15 39. That's insane. O'Malley's the problem because his L15's 58. I'll pop Gabriel Martinelli in. You got promo card for sorry? Exclamation mark so rare in the chat, mate. Yeah. What do we got? Savarino against Argentina. No, thank you. Justin Kluivert. I doubt he'll start. Rudiger. Is Rudiger actually going to start for Germany? Let's put this class. Do we expect Rudiger to start for Germany? That's quite a good lineup, actually. Ecuador are decent. Martinez's been moved up to 80%. Yeah, I think because Vinicius Jr. didn't get called up. I don't know why. I don't know if it's injury related or what. I'm actually going to captain Elmali. I think he's got a great chance. Oh, there we go. Happy days. No. I don't think there's the underdog thing isn't available for this one, is it? Venezuela, Poland, Peru, Chile, Bolivia, Germany, Spain. No, it's not. Oh, Vinny's suspended, is he? Okay. Golden Arena. Did I get in a Golden Arena there, did I? Oh, let's go. Let's go. I'm the first one in as well. Oh, no, I'm not. There's 8 in. Guys, if you join in a limited arena right now, you're very likely to be popped into the Golden Arena with me. That's what we needed. Give me that 1500 essence, please. I'm projected 6th. Don't want to compete with that lineup. It's not that great, to be fair, because Gabriel Martinelli is not definite to start. Chile aren't exactly a bad team. It's just random as well, isn't it? With no XP, with no bonuses and stuff, like raw score only. I don't think it's that great of a lineup. Chile are horrendous, to be honest. Osorio injured now as well. Oh, is that right? Fair enough. Managed to get in the same arena as me. Ryan Evans. What's your gallery name? We're matched with all the players playing with Turkish players, aren't we? So rare melon. Who have you got? Kvaratskhelia, Mamardashvili. That's a bit counterproductive, isn't it? Because if Kvaratskhelia pops off, Mamardashvili might not have a lot to do. I suppose actually you can get good scores from both of them, really, can't you? I'm just thinking, like, if Turkey absolutely smash, one of those isn't going to do good. And if Georgia absolutely smash, one of those isn't going to do good. But maybe. It's something you probably notice quite a lot that I never, ever do in my lineups, is I never pair attackers and goalkeepers from the same team. They are both Georgian. Right. Listen to what I'm saying. I am all for pairing a forward and a goalkeeper who are playing against each other, because your forward can score and your goalkeeper can still have an absolutely cracking game. But pairing goalkeeper and forward from the same team, I just think, like, if Georgia are going to be under the cosh, Kvaratskhelia is not going to get much. And if Georgia are going to be dominating Turkey, Mamardashvili is not going to get much. And so it's just something you'll never see me do in my lineups, is put, like, goalkeeper and attacker from the same, unless it's, like, with a full stack, right, obviously. Against each other is worse, no? I absolutely disagree. Let's take pretty much any lineup that had goals in from game week 5. Maybe Man United is not the best option. Dubravka got 37 to Mbermo's 82. I hate how it resets there. Let's go for, like, yeah, let's I don't know, maybe you conceded 6 goals. Let's go for Barcelona, for example. Lamine 90, Battaglia 42. It's not bad. I mean, in this instance, Joan Garcia actually had an absolutely cracking match. Or, for example, here, like Palazon and Garcia, a 70 and a 97. There was another game. It might not have been last game week. It might have been a fair few bit back. Where I was, like, literally looking at it, and the goalkeeper had like 58 points within, like, 7 minutes of the game. And I was like, damn, let's go. Because now if the attacker gets a decisive, we're cooking. I think just ultimately, I don't think anymore. I used to handcuff my goalkeeper with somebody, a defender or a midfielder or, a full stack. I just don't think it matters anymore, because the goalkeeper's not getting that that negative decisive. You almost want a goalkeeper that is going to face shots. What the best position pairing? Either, like, like, for example, like with Bayern, like Harry Kane with either Olise, Gnabry, or Luis Diaz is very good, because they are likely to set each other up off of each other. But let's say Olise and Luis Diaz, probably not quite as good of a pairing. And it looks like this season as well, Kimmich is sitting a lot deeper for Bayern, which is really annoying. He's not getting the decisives yet. A goalkeeper and a defender that you think got a good chance of getting a clean sheet is really good to pair together. But also, like, players that kind of, like, so, like, for example, if Kevin De Bruyne is a set piece taker for Napoli, whoever the person, for Arsenal, Rice and Gabriel are really good to pair together, because Rice's corners very regularly result in a Gabriel header, right? And so what did he score last season? Like 6 goals or 7 goals or something. So it's a really good combination to have. So just kind of understanding like which players have like a good opportunity to kind of work together in tandem to get decisives is fun. I'm understanding the bidding process, Nep. I can bid 80 quid on someone worth 90 quid, put the max bid to £100, so the next person would have to bid £100 and a penny, but don't because he's worth 90, so I get him for 80. Well, no, because if they put £100 and a penny, or if they bid 90, they can't see what your maximum bid is, right? So if they bid £92, it will push your bid up to £94 or £95. To be honest, I think it's fine to have an attacker and goalkeeper from the same team, to be fair. Like Hermansen and Bowen last week, both smashed. Yeah, there will be instances where it works. I just kind of looked at it and thought, like, as I say, it's something you don't see me do, really, ever. Obviously, like, classic lineups and special international is a bit different. Not that De Bruyne is an attacker, mind you, but we've got a goalkeeper and somebody from the same nation there. I just think Belgium will smash, but... There are more instances where it's better to have from the same team than the opposite. Yeah, I don't necessarily focus the opposite either. I just think when I do put a goalkeeper against an attacker in the same lineup, people lose their minds. And it's just not that bad. I just don't focus putting goalkeepers with players anymore. I don't look at a goalkeeper and then think, right, what defender have I got to pair them with? Unless it's like a full collection, like a full stack. But when I'm building like just a lineup in general, I think we can see, as I did with the lineups for here, I think only Witek and Horn were the only players. Oh, and the Vistic and Dominguez as well. That was more because Dominguez is a good player, but like Karius and Neubauer, not paired. I've only got Witek in here anyway because I don't really have any other option. And then when we build for the fourth lineup as well, the goalkeeper and defender won't be paired. You're just in most cases limiting your upside, though. Like, it depends how you look at it. Because again, if you've got somebody, if you've got, like, I don't know, Arsenal at home to Leeds, and you've got Raya and Saka, and Leeds managed to score a goal, Raya's getting 35 points. 30 points, maybe. And even if they keep the clean sheet, he's getting 60 points. So I don't entirely agree that you're limiting your upside, because goalkeepers that don't face shots and then don't happen to get the clean sheet get terrible scores. But goalkeepers that concede shots and goals are going to get way better scores. And then if they keep the clean sheet, they're going to end up getting a premium score. Is that why Pickford is so good? It's exactly why Pickford is so good, yeah. He just faces so many shots. Your SoRed Discord link in Nightbot needs some change. And I think, yeah, so on my SoRed Discord, I have it set to like permanent link, but it changes every 7 days. This is annoying. I have Yamal and Goss here. I think they did all right. Okay, you're going to pick 2 players that have got like 90 plus points, of course. They could have been on different teams. It would have been the same. Either way, we'll see. We'll see at the end of the game, won't we? So who do we want as our... Well, I don't even have many options here. Is just Armani. Who's not playing in this game week here for Contender? I feel like I'm missing loads of players. That's not the argument, though. In most cases, your goalkeeper won't be able to get a great score if your attacker does. Naturally, it happens, but they are negatively correlated. I mean, that's literally what I said. That was... Agree with what Andreas... But what Andreas said is literally what I said. I said I don't pair goalkeepers and strikers together typically from the same team because, and I will quote Andreas here, in most cases, your goalkeeper won't be able to get a great score if your attacker does. Unless he's talking about having from different teams, in which case I just don't think that's true. I would have been way more on board with that when the negative decisive for 3 goals was still here. But with no negative decisive for 3 goals now, doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference. You almost want an attacker that has lots of shots against a goalkeeper that saves lots of shots, right? You almost want the players, especially if you're trying to hedge, like in Arena, for example, you're not going to get 100 points per player. It's just impossible. So having like a Turkish attacker against a Georgian goalkeeper, I think gives you a great opportunity to get a really strong score. And even for streaks, it gives you a great opportunity to get a really strong score, because if your attacker scores, it doesn't now all of a sudden mean your goalkeeper is going to have a terrible game. And similarly, if your goalkeeper keeps a clean sheet and has some saved points, in Mamadashvili's case, you'd expect it. Kvaratskhelia, especially as a winger, can still have an incredible game, get lots of AA, similarly, you could have a striker and a goalkeeper from the same team. The striker could draw a blank, the goalkeeper could concede goals. Now you've got double negatives, right? Whereas if you've got them against each other, you could still have an attacker that doesn't score and the goalkeeper do terribly. But the likelihood is if the goalkeeper does terribly, the attacker's done good. And if the attacker's done terribly, the goalkeeper's done good. Way more so than having the 2 players from the same team that then have that ability to both draw blanks, right? Maresic is good for AA. Yeah, he is. He's away to Slaven, though. What's his Goda guy? I had him in a team before. Is he actually like a proper starter? Can't remember if... Anyway, beautiful thing about Soviet, like, you play to your own strategies, and I will play... I will stand by the fact that I don't think pairing a goalkeeper against the attacker is now a bad thing, and I will also stand by the fact that unless you've got like one of those clear and obviouses, like Celtic at home to, Dundee or something, where it's like, look, Schmeichel's gonna get a clean sheet, right? Bit different, but we'll pop Goda in there. Who do I have for a forward? Got Willian, Attic, and Hornby. This Willian guy, I'm always reluctant to put him in spite of the fact that he has hit, what was that? 10 decisives in 8 games. Goda seems to start harder matches for Zagreb, while the other guys favoured when they dominate home matches. It's such an unbelievable... Look at that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those coming off the bench. He's in literally the form of his life. It will never last. We're not going to use him. I'm going to go for Attic and Hornby, I think, because eventually they've got to do something, haven't they? Hornby's not been awful, to be fair. I might put the Maresic in there. And then we get the classic in here. Philippe Coutinho if he's fit. Meng Xiong-ung if he starts. This is like lineup 4 anyway. It really doesn't matter. Couldn't get a game for Seoul, then leaves and does that. I still refuse to get his Seoul card. Maresic could leave. Like I say, we've got, obviously the international break is going to pose us a lot of like issues with injuries and whatnots, and there's still transfer window for a lot of places, but we only need to get 360 points for this first streak. We've got 2 fantastic lineups. Still with a couple of we're going to get 70 essence. Let's go. Still with a couple to couple players to come in. of Tardieu, well, not a couple, just Tardieu. Didn't I offer for another player? Oh, crap. I got Belgio, didn't I? Wasn't there a defender that I went in for? Wouldn't this be the time to sell Willian unless you need him for a collection? Honestly, he's probably worth about £2. Wait, is he in season? Is my Willian in season? He's actually worth like 20 quid. Jesus, yeah. Yeah, do you know what? For 15 or so quid, he'd be I'll list him up like 18 quid. In my head, he's worth about 2 quid. Vukotic. Did I buy him or did I just I thought I bid on him. That lineup's complete. That lineup's complete apart from... Who did I buy that was going to go in place of Carranza? Did you set all the limited under 23 lineups this game week? Nope. Only one of each. I should have done more. I didn't even pay attention to it until after the game week had locked. Can't remember who it was. Surprised you don't have a Josip Misic from Zagreb. Good squad filler for contender. Tardieu is going into... Oh, Tardieu's going in here, isn't he? So Tardieu goes in here. This lineup is complete. This lineup is complete. And this lineup is complete. And then... Yeah, then we're in that strong situation of 360 points is absolutely viable here. Yeah, no, Carranza's there as a placeholder. He's not actually part of that. I think you still need skill points to have it count. Yeah, you could just buy like one under 21 player, couldn't you? Like even my lineups are... I've only got like 4 players that will play. Like maybe these guys don't even play. I don't know. But I just need, you know, Voltemard to get on the field for a minute. Nabel the same. Or Daz is probably the player that's most likely to play, but yeah. I should be all right in that regard. We've definitely come good this season. We're in desperate need for a striker. You should have got Jamie Vardy. He was floating about. Right, so we've got... At the moment, we can still improve. See, here's the other thing that I'm like contemplating with like these lineups. I feel like when game week 9 comes back around, or maybe game week 10 or game week 11, should I say, people will be back into trying to buy these cards, and so their prices will go up. So I don't know if I should like keep putting depth into the gallery now whilst I feel like prices are cheap. You wanted to put in Vukovic instead of Neubauer and Tardieu instead of Carranza. Yeah, I think I'll just keep it like this for now. These lineups are more than good enough to hit the points thresholds. This lineup, once we get Tardieu in here, this lineup is good enough in general. I did want to buy more St. Etienne players though. Dennis Apaya. 2 quid for a Dennis Apaya. Mikel Nade. So David Hashvili, like, he's interesting, of course, because he's good. Not got any J-League or K-League in season. Yeah, there was J-League and K-League players in some of those lineups. Lassonnière. I have a classic Lassonnière. Damn, Machon. He was good back in the day. Nepo is fake AF, a loser. What? Hold on. What's fake about me, Jesse? And if and out of genuine interest, if I am a fake AF loser, why did you come to the stream? And you're either going to do that thing now where you're like, oh, just kidding, bro, big fan, just wanted your attention, or you're going to double down. So what is it? Let us know. Let us know. Calfoot, thanks for the 6 months, brother. Burgie, thanks for the 21 months, man. Much appreciated, guys. You glaze EA Sports. Do I? What specifically did I say that glazed EA Sports? Yeah, Tyler will pick up. Ben Old. Nade looks good as well. Who's this Jaber guy? What's up, Golraf? How you doing, man? You tell us to buy the next FIFA while also telling us the current one sucks. So FIFA hasn't existed for 2 years. I haven't told anybody. Find me any single thing that where I've told you guys to buy FIFA. Ever. I'll wait. We'll wait. The whole stream will wait. Dennis Apaya, one of the cards I bought years ago because I seen you using him watching a stream. Yeah, I was tempted to buy Apaya's unique once. I didn't. I did get his super rare. And I bought, I think, 8 of his limiteds and 3 or 4 of his rares. But yeah, Apaya was one of the, like, St. Etienne, when they were in League 2 before, were banging. And players like Apaya were banging. And then when they got promoted, they just weren't good enough. You say the next one will always be better. Okay, so if I say that, find that and link it to me. I will wait. We'll be here. The stream will be here. We're all waiting in heavy anticipation. Is there any other players who are like obvious must-haves? So this Statting guy you think is worth it as well? So we've got Davitashvili. He looks like he could do bits. Lambert is very talented. Did I put him on here? No. He had the first 2 really good game weeks, didn't he? What did he get wrong here? 3 fouls, a goal conceded, 8 duels lost and only 1 duel won. But look at that. Wow, 100 accurate passes. It looks like they're possession monsters, doesn't it? Which I really like. You know what, guys? I think FC26 will genuinely be better. It's like a hallmark in every FC25 video. Okay, let me read back to you, Jesse, what you said. You tell us to buy the next FIFA whilst also telling us the current one sucks. That's what you said. That I said I do. Now let me read you what you said I do. You know what, guys? I think FC26 will genuinely be better. How have you? Right? And then hilariously calling me fake because I think the next game is going to be better. And yet you still haven't provided any proof. You're just writing stuff. You're just saying things without proving them. No matter what any streamer says, you don't have to be a dick and just turn off. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I liked your FIFA 20 videos because you were genuine. Okay. I'm still the same person, brother. I'm still I bet you in FIFA 19, I said I think FIFA 20 is going to be good. I bet you in FIFA 20, I complained about FIFA 20 and said I think FIFA 21 is going to be good. So how was it genuine then, but it's not genuine now when it's the same, like the same rhetoric? How? '21 was actually decent, to be fair. Can't remember 21. Remember 19 being a fun one. Chico Lamba. No, what's Chico Lamba saying? You were spitting the same lies, but you just said I was being genuine back then. Oh, you're gone now. Too bad. Too bad. Somebody had had enough of you. I see we can get him for £7. Bit of a cheeky offer, but maybe it comes. You never know. Are you brave enough to say Sora 27 will be better than Sora 26? We haven't, like, that's like me saying 2 weeks into FC 26, do I think FC 27 is going to be better? Sora 26 is fantastic. Have you ever looked into Stocks FC? Stocks FC does not exist. It did used to, but it does not anymore. They rug pulled everybody, including me. £13. So this guy is not transferring now, is that right? Or for 12. Nep just make FC great again. I was like, he's probably right to a degree, right? There's probably moments where I've said things like, I think FC 25 is going to be a sick game. What happens is, like, the new game comes out, there's lots of positives about the new game. There's lots of things that EA have got right. And then EA don't, like, do more. For example, not Volta. What's it fucking called? Rush is a brilliant idea. It really is. The game mode has got insane potential. EA just didn't allow it to fulfill its potential. I can't know that ahead of time. You know, EA released the information on Rush, and I'm like, oh my god, guys, this looks sick. This could be amazing. I'm really excited to play this. Then it gets released, and that excitement spills over into actually playing Rush and being like, oh my god, how cool is this? Like, the objective things are real sick. You get to play with your friends or drop-ins. How sick is that? Then you get accustomed to it, and you're like, actually, do you know what? This game mode is dead, and here's why. I can't know that ahead of time. I literally can't. It's the same now with, like, tournaments and Gauntlet. I think Tournament and Gauntlet are going to be amazing, but I'm not a fucking, like, future teller. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't know, because if I know, if I already know that it's going to be good or bad, I would just say the thing. But I don't know. I could just go off of the information that we have, right? So I think Gauntlet is going to be insane. But if we're sat here in 6 weeks' time going, oh my god, Gauntlet is what a drag, EA have ballsed up another thing, I can't know that now. Otherwise, I would just say that now, you know? I can't, if I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Have you seen the release date has changed to the 18th? I've seen a lot of people tweeting about that, yeah. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Did I offer for Jabber? Did I? Did I offer £8 for him or something? I didn't. If I did, I'm going to have 2 of them. Just let people be stupid. So it's so hard sometimes, though, isn't it? Damn. Didn't Stock say they were coming back in 2026? If you believe a word anything Stock say after they rug pulled everyone, then that is one of those shame on. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. for me 3 times. Shame on Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? I received an offer, did I? I'm glad he cancelled it because I don't want his player. You rejected my offer. Wait. It's £1 less. Just let me have him for £1 less. Who was it that rejected that one? Louis Elburn. He's going to feel so stupid when I get him for £12 off of this guy. And then he's going to be sitting there going, oh no, his price is crashing. Let me list him for like £11.49. That'd be a Arroyo. I got a feeling Chelsea defenders are going to have a cracking season. Who was it that rejected this one? Al Romano. This guy's got 2 of them, so he'll take an offer because he's like, yeah, let me just get him out my gallery. I didn't play Stocks FC, so I don't know. Just remember seeing some talk on Twitter. Yeah, so I did some videos on stocks. They paid me to do some content, and I was playing with the platform, and the platform was great. And one of the things that I really enjoyed about Stocks FC was that they had these things called reward wallets, right? And one of the basically the way that they had the reward wallets effectively guaranteed the price to never go to zero. It would just keep getting incrementally smaller, but it was impossible for it to go to zero. About a year ago, they changed that and decided to use that reward wallet to go and pay for promotion. And after that, I stopped promoting them. And they the week or two before they rug pulled everyone, they were pressing so hard to get me on their affiliate program that I was talking to Josh about it loads. It just seemed too good to be true. It was like they were giving back like so much, and they were pushing so hard. And the guy that I had as a contact was messaging me like once or twice a day, like, when's the video going up? When are you making a video? They're asking why there's not a video up anymore. Can you put some tweets out? And it was just such a weird vibe. And it just made me feel like, damn, like something fell off. And so I didn't, in spite of how good the affiliate benefits were and the fact that they were offering to pay me money to make content, I didn't, not after they changed the reward wallet. And then lo and behold, a couple of days later, they pulled a rug. They offer. I had about £2,000 worth of players in my Stocks FC portfolio. They offered me like £91 back for it. Can you believe that? And I was like, okay, all of this affiliate push that they were doing and stuff, it was like a last desperate attempt to try and rinse people of their money before fucking them in the ass. So yeah, they're coming back for 2026. You will never see them again. Could this happen with MFL or So Rare? I mean, ultimately, anyone So Rare could just shut their servers down tomorrow and be like, "Oh, we're really sorry, guys. We're going to rebrand. We're going to come back stronger next year." Yeah, they could. Doesn't benefit So Rare. Doesn't benefit MFL as well, because MFL as well is it's a sort of game where it's like MFL have made their money already when you bought a team. It doesn't incentivize. There's no incentive for MFL to close the platform down unless they quite literally can't afford to pay the bills from the money that they're making, at which case I think they would probably say, hey guys, we just can't afford to pay the bills. And so we're going to have to roll it down. But in terms of rewards, MFL's rewards is based on the MFL that is distributed in the game, which is that kind of market, that kind of economy is monitored very closely. So Rare as well is I think it's, as a few people have said in the chat already, I think So Rare is too big to just rug pull. basically. But also they're in the red at the moment. As Nicola said a few months ago, they're nearly at break even. They're getting there. Like things are going in the right direction, but they are still in the red. Why would they pull the rug now? They've got they've not made any money to do it. So yeah, C-Pulse rejected my offer. Damn, all these people rejecting my offers. My very reasonable offer of, what did I offer? Wait, did I offer £9? No, I offered £12. I don't think £12 is an unreasonable offer. I'm surprised I can be in the red with all the people buying off the market and auction. Surely it's profit. So you got to remember, like for SoRare, for example, it's not all profit, but it is all profit, right? Let's say they sell a card for £100 from, let's say they sell like Mohamed Salah's limited card for £100. Liverpool or the Premier League, because they're licensed with the Premier League, will take a share of that, right? So at that point, maybe they only get £80 of that. Let's say, I don't know what the percentages are, but let's also say that was used with my affiliate code. Now I will get a share of that as well, right? Let's say that was also used purchasing market credits and they got 50% market credits off. So then now all of a sudden, £100 sale for a Mohamed Salah limited, SoRare might genuinely only see 20, 30 or £40 of that, right? It won't be all the case. Not every card is bought via an affiliate link. Not every card. I don't know what their percentages are, like I say, for the Premier League or whatever. But then also, SoRare give out cash every week for rewards. So there will be a value attached to that for the rewards as well. So I think even though every card SoRare sells is a profit in terms of the actual creation of the card, it costs them nothing effectively to make the Mohamed Salahs, yet they get 100% pure profit from selling the Mohamed Salahs. However, that money has to be distributed for, the sale fees, the licensing fees, the potential affiliate fees, the heat, light, and power and wages of staff fees, like whatever other fees that they've got, like maybe even the kind of fee for the gas fees and stuff, like the big prize pools. Like I think it's very hard to suggest that SoRare must be doing fine because every card is profit, because there's like there is just a, why would I buy, why, what is it, what did he want? It was £21.45. Server fees or original server costs, including backup servers, in the red overall just this year, also after the initial investment early on. Yeah, but I think the thing is, like, you take investment because you need to spend money on things before you can make the money, right? And that's what the whole point of investment is, isn't it? Is like, you go to investors and you say, hey, we need 100 million euros to do this, and that. This is a projection. Would you like to invest? And then you'll get like angel investment funds that will be like, okay, there's 10 million or there's 50 million or whatever. And you'll get all as much as you can, right? And now sometimes with those products, not so rare because we are with it as like a full-fledged product, but sometimes with those products, they don't get to the point of being like something that a customer can use, right? So there's probably, I can't even imagine how many projects have fallen before they've got to the kind of alpha or beta stage or full release stage, where tens, hundreds of millions have been dumped into it and it just never made it. And you never even see it. You never hear about it. You never see it because it just never became like a usable product. I think SoRare, I don't know how much money they've raised. I think it was like £600 million or something, wasn't it? yeah, there was an article released from a French somebody or other that spoke on how Sorare are losing money year on year and this and that, and that's what caused Nicola to come out and kind of explain, actually they've renegotiated all of their licensing deals. They've changed the state of the game to the point where it's now all in season. So obviously there is a necessity now, if you want to play in season, to go and buy new cards. The old Sorare would never have lasted. It just wouldn't have done, because people would be able to use their cards forever and a day, getting the same value out of them. He talked about how they've got lots of money in reserve still, and they're getting close to being profitable year on year. I think this year will be the first year that we see them be profitable. And as soon as you see them be profitable for 1 year, that's when they have the ability to absolutely boom, because that's when they'll get branding, partnerships. Not that they don't have partnerships already, but they'll get partnerships involved. Like I kind of like suggested years ago, I don't know why they don't run like a McDonald's tournament, right? Like, they will, once they have that first profitable year, investors will be like, oh yeah, here we go, we're cooking now. And that's when they can really become the product that they really want to become. So the sooner that happens, the better for everyone involved on Sorare, and like users and everything. And I see a lot of people talking about how Sorare is struggling, and not a lot of people, I see it on my timeline here and there, how Sorare is struggling and can't possibly be making money and this and that. But then look at like the MLS Masters, right? They've released a secondary MLS Masters where they're giving away something close to like $50,000 in prizes. They didn't need to do that. They chose to do that. If they were struggling, like this is them giving money to a competition that is coming towards the end of its cycle, right? MLS in season is coming towards the back end. Yet they've created a competition where they're going to give away tens of thousands of dollars for it for no reason. If they didn't do that, nobody's sitting there going, oh, where's my tournament? People are like, oh, remember the Masters thing? That was pretty sick, right? But they're doing it again because obviously they've got the money to do it, to give back to people. So I think if Sorare were in a sticky financial position, you would see that reflected in the way that they behave within the games. He's got him listed for £8.60, and he wants £8.80 for the player that he has listed for £8.60. Have you ever thought about making your own game? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I looked into it about 3 or 4 years ago. I wanted to make like an Ultimate Team / Football Manager style game. I think MFL typically is quite close actually to a game I was interested in making, and I had the initial conversations. Had to get my like IP protected for it and stuff, because I have a few things that I would love in a game that I would make that aren't in other games at the moment and stuff. And yeah, I had like a full marketing plan like drawn out, and after about 3 months of conversations with people that could build the game, that could kind of make graphics for the game, could maybe even fund the game and stuff, I realized I would have to dedicate my life to it. I would have to like stop, or at least scale down significantly the amount of FIFA content I make, the amount of content on like Sorare and whatnot I make. And I just don't have the time for it right now, basically. You seen a new FM engine? No, I haven't. I'll look at that tonight, actually. I've seen a lot of people talking about FM at the moment, though. As a Hamburg fan, I can't express how happy I am with Lokonga alongside Fabio Vieira from Arsenal. Let's hope that Sorare, yeah, if their Sorare scores are good, that'd be good, wouldn't it? People don't realise that being in profit for major companies are just one way of being successful in the beginning. Uber was valued at 100 billion. Their first profitable year was 2023. Yeah. There seems to be this understanding that if you're not generating profit, you're like not a good company. But there's a lot of companies, like when Sorare were valued at 4 billion, they hadn't made 4 billion. They weren't worth 4 billion. It was just a valuation based on the seed rounds and based on like the investors and what the stock prices were. if they would have, if Nikola would have sold then at 4 billion, he would have made bank. But like whoever took it would have like been in the red again. Like so many companies, like you see like a new startup will come, they'll get valued at like an insane amount, they'll sell, and then quite often it's like the kind of proprietary information of the company that's more valuable, or even crushing the competition. So for example, EA have been known over the last 20, 30 years to buy startup companies that are creating games that are good, to just crush them and delete them, to not have to worry about competing with them. Sometimes they buy those companies because they've got something that they like, that they want. Sometimes that they've got something like maybe even staff that they want, and it's just cheaper to, or easier to buy the company as a whole, and then kind of like throw away the parts that you don't need and just keep the part that you do need. Sometimes that's a lot easier and cheaper as well. And so, yes, it's very like, it's very, very, very common for companies to be in the red consistently. Apple does this to perfection. Yeah, I'm not surprised Apple, so Microsoft probably do it as well. I know for a fact EA do it. EA buy like competing companies and just crush them, or just take what they've got so they don't have to pay for it. They just buy the company instead. Yeah. How long have we been streaming? 3.5 hours. My voice is getting sore, guys. I'm just going to get water. Guys, I tell you what, man. I've never smoked in my life. But my voice now, like I used to be able to stream for 8, 10, 12 hours and I'd do recordings and videos and all sorts. I've only been sitting here talking to you guys for 3.5 hours and my voice is my throat is sore. And I wonder if just all these years of me talking and talking and talking, I wonder if it's finally starting to catch up with me. Because it's a really harsh feeling in my throat. It feels like I've been smoking. How's this Wales game going? Vales. Darlow, nice. So we got the so EXO accepted my offer, £8 for Chico Lamba. And I got £15 for Davitashvili. Very nice indeed. How sick would it be for Sorare to have live game licensing and for you to watch the games? You actually have to reach a first streak in the respective leagues. I just think in general, like, live gaming would be great. Imagine if we could sit here on stream right now and have this Georgia-Turkey game on here and the scoring system to the side and stuff. Like, it would be so sick. Yeah, give me my essence, bitch. Sorry for swearing. Dalot has pulled out the Portuguese squad. Tavares called up to replace him. That's interesting. Nuno Tavares. Yeah, so in 3.5 hours, guys, we managed to do pretty much fucking nothing. We arranged some lineups once. That's like one of the difficult things about Sorare is like sometimes how long it takes because it's like real time, not a video game. Even just waiting for people to get back to you on offers and things, that takes time. Waiting for information to come through for injuries and transfers and things like that, that takes time. Like, I think that's probably one of the most challenging aspects. And that's why I think, like, I would love it if Sorare had arenas where as soon as the final game is finished, maybe give like an hour or two leeway for like some immediate rescores, the rewards get paid out. I also think, although daily missions are here and they're very good because you get those like kind of at the end straight away, I think having daily competitions, I think would be good as well. Just to allow people to like feel like they're playing the game. You know, I can't explain how like, and you guys know the same when you get rewards. Like when I have like the bulk of my games, let's say on a Saturday, and then rewards don't come until Tuesday night, and I'm now just kind of sat there like, well, what can I fucking do now? Like, they need to, like, they've done a great job, it must be said, of like gamifying the game. They've done a great job of like building hype around the game and stuff, but there needs to be like a different area of the game that is completely playable constantly, even if it's nothing to do with the general product. The only thing I really miss is a way to check the value of our cards quickly. I mean, you can do that. You type in the player name here, just like you would do on Sorare data, and there you go. The sales data is there. You got what they've been selling for. You can put the date back. You can choose classic or in season. Jesus Christ, look at that for Saka. He went down to £41. And then if you thought to yourself, oh, I just want to sell my card, when you click list my card, it has the floor price right there, £16.83. It has recent sale prices right there. So you know you have to check one by one. Do you have to check one by one? Oh, you mean like that page where you could just see? I don't know if I care about that. You mean a full view of the game? Yeah, I see what you're saying. What do you have? Yeah, see, the highest price is what you paid for it, not what you'd get for it. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I personally don't find that, like, I don't really care about that, but heck, Sorare tweet. What are we looking for on the So Rare tweet? You can also see, for full gallery review, you could check out So Rare Score. I used a few of those platforms, and I don't know, man. I was a bit, you just never know, do you? Super shiny specials. Hold on, let me go to Twitter. Super shiny specials. Again, right? What I was talking about earlier, Turkey goal straight away. Oh, hold on. Remember that guy? Oh, what was that guy that was like, man, you really shouldn't pair like your goalkeeper and your forward together from like, I just really. Oh, anyway, yes, I don't know. Super shiny specials. Yeah, what I was saying earlier, like, they don't need to do this. Now they get to do this, right? If they were hard up on cash, they wouldn't release another tournament that gives $25,000 in cash. The wait is almost over. The reveal ceremony is happening on Tuesday. After weeks of collecting early access cards, it is finally time to see their full design and maybe even uncover shiny, animated special editions. Arda Gula with that golasso, baby. When? Game week 9. There will be 2 super shiny competitions, each with one exciting leaderboard where you can mix scarcities. Super shiny Big 4, Prem, Bundes, La Liga and League 1, Super shiny Continental, Eredivisie, JPL, Scottish, Austrian, Portuguese, yada, yada, yada. Designed for exclusivity, only lineups with that shine bright are eligible, making these highly rewarding competitions with appealing prize pools and a smaller, more competitive field of participants. Requirements: in-season cards only, minimum 4 shiny animated special editions. Lineup bonuses apply, multi-club and cap 260. Bonuses apply, XP collection, in-season and captaincy. Multi-entry, only 1 lineup allowed per competition. And the prize pool is, for the Big 4, first place gets $4,000 and it pays down to 2,000th. Top 200 gets $15 in cash. And for the Continental, first place gets $2,500. The essence rewarded in the Big 4 comps will be champion flavored, while the essence in Continental will be all-star flavored. And there you go. And so then you look at how many cards have you got to reveal. I've still got all of these ones, mind you. Where's the, well, either way. 4 is a lot. It depends how common they are, doesn't it? It depends how common they are. Arda Goulet. I think I have him as captain, actually, don't I? Oh, no, Captain De Bruyne. That's too bad. 10% chance. I think the 10% chance is of it being a special rather than of it being the shiny, or unless the shiny is the special, in which that would make perfect sense. If you get a shiny and it's not in a collection, better off selling it. The prices people will be paying will be mental. Yeah. Yeah, prices of shinies will be crazy. Last year, I didn't get many special cards. Celebration cards, I got just Rudiger. Early access cards, 203 cards revealed and only 17 special editions. Now, that did include Bukayo Saka, which is great news. I wonder why it's got these ones up here. It hasn't got all of them here for some reason. Maybe I sold them. Maybe that's not why they're not there. And then Neon Christmas, I got a couple. But yeah, only 8 from 47. But last year, I remember some of these cards, the top ones are the animated ones. On all of the special editions, the animated ones. These were just the default ones, weren't they? This isn't a special edition, Elise, is it? No, I don't think so. I think, isn't this just the standard Elise? Yeah, this is standard. Yeah, all of the special editions are animated. But what I mean is, like, it says I got 17 special editions, but there's only 7 here, so there's 10 missing. 8 from 47 is great. I think, didn't Neon Christmas have a bit of a higher chance of maybe vaulted cards aren't in here? Have a higher chance. Maybe it didn't. But yeah, if it was 10% for Neon Christmas edition as well, 8 from 47 is banging. Even Neon didn't count as special, only rookie cards and animated. Wait. FF Thinkers, you said, cannot wait for this. And then you immediately responded with, disagree, it is a bot promo. So, can you wait for it? Or is it a bot promo? Yeah, I don't know how many cards I've got, but I've certainly got enough because it's mixed scarcity as well. I've certainly got enough of these in-season cards to get lucky enough to be able to enter a lineup for sure. The disagree is a bot promos in response to a previous comment. I cannot wait. I didn't keep up to date with the newest changes on Sorare. Is there a video tutorial somewhere? I understand all basic stuff, i.e. in-season versus classic cards and stuff. Quinny's probably the best player, best content creator for that. I tried doing a video, but I was becoming too thorough and it was like more overwhelming than it wasn't. But honestly, just being in streams and asking questions and being around the community will really help you. Go join the Discords. Like, people in there are super helpful. This Essence promo is mainly for bots that made bids as soon as cards are available. Oh, this current promo? Yeah. Did I get that Lamine Yamal? Did I end up getting the essence for that? Yeah, it was me. 70 essence bagged right there. I don't think it's come through though. Like, maybe it has actually. Cause, yeah, I entered an arena lineup, didn't I? Bots never end up top 2. They bid too low generally. Do you know what really irks me? My lineups doesn't take you to an area where you can see the scores of your lineups, but Scout takes you to matches. It is so counterintuitive. It makes me angry. Every time I go to scouting to go to matches, it just bothers me. And it shouldn't, because it's so small. But is it worth playing Arena if I get around 300 points? Or how high is the competition? So what you got to remember, Oliver, is with Arena, unless you play Arena uncapped, but typically with Arena it's capped and there's no bonuses. So 300 points with no bonuses is very good, and you will regularly win the Arena with 300 points. Not always, but regularly. But to do that, you need an average of 60 points per person because, like, there's no bonuses. Yeah, matches should just be on here. Like, look how much real estate is here. There's so much space here to just put more things down here. Streaks should be here. I shouldn't have to go home and then view all on missions to get to the missions. There should be a missions tab right here and the matches tab right here. You can check out how many you have to reveal roughly by going to your cards and filter in season. Then under card edition, choose early access. Yeah, so I've got about 400 limiteds. Some of those will be like J League and K League cards that I don't really care about. And about 200 rares. That's not bad. I should easily be able to get enough players to put a lineup out. Yeah. Anyway, for today, guys, I think we're going to end the stream there. I need to go and record a draft, and my voice is hurting, man. 4 hours of talking here has absolutely killed me. I was going to stay around for these 8 p.m. games. I might come back for them because I really want to, like, I want to go buy players, but I don't want to buy players, but I do want to buy players. But yeah, we'll be back at the worst case scenario tomorrow for lineups. I don't know what the lineups are going to be like for tomorrow, but I kind of like preemptively put one in and then I got bored. But yeah, we've got a lot to play for. We're at Golden Arena, which is great. Oh, there's 20% chance of Golden Arena this week, isn't there? If I can get enough essence together, I'll do an Elite Arena for tomorrow. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the video, end of the stream for today, guys. So thanks for chilling. Thanks for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for another one.